Hello, everybody. I am your resident elder brain, feeding on the brain matter of my most recent conquests, but you may call me Chel. Welcome back to Waterdeep Resurfaced, the D&D stream, where 3 new heroes are attempting to navigate and take on the City of Splendors. We are excited to be back here for week 2, where they are taking on this new warehouse that they have found. Victoria, would you like to go on to announcements, please?
Hell yeah. Okay. Hi, y'all. So, first and foremost, big shout out to our newest sponsor, Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian dice company that can supply all kinds of nerdy tabletop must-have gear. Not just dice, but there's like trays and little light-up bases, so you can do some really cool stuff with your dice. Right now they have some really, really pretty like birthday gemstone sets for every month. Some of the months, because apparently like there are multiple birthstones for certain months, you can pick which one you want. So go to their Twitter, which is at LittleDragonCo1, for updates on their newest Kickstarter, which was funded in 6 hours. So they're already working towards really cool stretch goals and like unlocking special sets for like other elements, because it's kind of like an elemental theme. Really, really pretty metallic and resin dice. Don't forget to use the coupon code BONUS when you head over to littledragoncorp.com to get 10% off of your order. And as usual, a big thanks to Twitch, Streamlabs, Many-Sided Dice, and Team MZ. It's thanks to their support that we're able to do what we do here. And then, last but not least, is scheduling. So for Mystic Hour, tomorrow, August 15th, might just be like a chill game stream, might be off for the week. We're going to just, she's going to play it fast and loose and just see what happens, because Kristy exists beyond the confines of mortal man and, like, scheduling. So, like... She is actually a disembodied, like, cosmic entity that just does, she has better things going on. So we'll check Twitter. August 22nd. August 22nd is going to be like a K-pop / BTS episode. So if you're into any like K-pop, J-pop kind of things, check that out. And then topic for August 29th is coming soon. It's going to be a surprise.
It's a surprise Kristy's, even to me, because Lip won't tell me what he's got planned.
Yeah, so, keep checking on Twitter and you'll find out. And then the next episode of Dirty 20 is going to be this Saturday, August 17th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And don't forget that we have games every day. You can check out our schedule below the Twitch feed to see the days and times for our programming. You can also give us a follow on Twitter at ProfBonus. And we have the schedule there. And, just some like nice tweets, some cool dank tweets. That's all I have to say, unless anyone else has anything.
Hell yeah.
No,
that's it.
Covered it. So, then, as I do with all of my D&D games, I allow the players to do the recaps. So, if anybody would like to start off with that, you will get inspiration for doing so.
I mean, I have notes, but I did it like the last several times over the course of the last several months between like Wish and everything. So I'm gonna see if anyone else wants to do it first, and if not, I have notes.
Okay.
I think I can.
You do it, because my notes are very. You need it. You need it.
All right.
you need it.
Okay. Thank you. I think.
Show support.
We begin in the Yawning Portal Tavern, one of the most famous taverns in all of the great city of Waterdeep, City of Splendors. Our small party of newly acquainted friends who normally bond through bar hopping as of late, are playing a game of... We were playing cards, right? We were playing cards, and we were just kind of betting for drinks. So it has been sort of the start to one of our very nice nights. We wanted to go out somewhere fancy. We introduced ourselves to the audience, though we did meet each other prior, as these two lovely ladies work in a fun little fair /
carnival
kind of that travels around, but you've been spending some time in Waterdeep, whereas I maybe live here. I'm 2 months old. So for as long as I remember, I've lived here. I went to go get you guys some drinks. It was pretty busy. I had a hard time. I had to kind of throw some cash out there to get you guys your drinks, but we brought them back. We started drinking, having a good time. In that moment, though, we noticed a few interesting figures, or rather, I should say Nova noticed some pretty interesting figures. Very perceptive woman that she is. A half-orc woman who seemed to be accompanied by another person. She was armed and armored, looked very experienced, probably a bodyguard of some sort. and then a group of men with, most notably, the lead one having these eyeball tattoos all on his head, came in looking like they were going to start some trouble with her. And trouble did start as a fight started to break out between these two parties. Fists were being thrown, and myself, having an experience with kind of working as a bouncer in various other bars in Waterdeep, decided to try and get involved and stop the fighting along with the bartender, Durin, who
I threw mashed potatoes at the guy's head.
You threw mashed potatoes, and also you used your cane to trip him up a bit later on. The fighting was sort of diffused as there were two very beefy men with very big swords. I like to think I helped, but as we would come to realize, I don't hope that much. And then commotion started as people started to run and scream as a troll was crawling out of the yawning portal, causing panic, though some people just moved upstairs to get a good look at the show. We all leapt into battle instead of fleeing with the rest of the other patrons. I got knocked on my booty and just looked like a complete fool. I put on my clown shoes today, while the half-orc woman Yagra and Durnham basically dealt with this troll in a very, very efficient fashion, while the rest of us threw oil and fire on it, burning it, refusing to let it regenerate and come back. We got drinks for the night, though maybe you guys deserve them a little bit more than me. And then we were approached by the eccentric figure Volo, who is well known as being a prolific writer, and has been working in staying in Waterdeep. He tasked us with finding his missing friend Floon, who had not given any contact to Volo since they had gone to a place called the Skewered Dragon and drank into the night, and then Volo left, and he has no idea what happened to Floon. So that's where we come in. We go down to the dock wards and get a little bit sidetracked on our way as we investigate a strange shop called the Old Zoblob, a very purple shop. As Nova gets distracted with the Old Zoblob, and we buy a bunch of very purple things. We then continue to the Skewered Dragon, where, again, the ladies just kind of work their magic, throw a little bit of money around, and realize that Floon left with a very scary party following after him. They were all dressed in black leathers and didn't seem like they were going to be doing much good. We were able to track or figure out that this gang seems to operate out of a nearby warehouse, and as we approached it, that is where we ended for the night.
Indeed. You may take inspiration points.
Gladly.
Much needed for you based on last session. Hopefully your new dice work out well for you, though. I am crossing my fingers and sending good vibes your way. No,
you're killing me.
Oh yeah, bless Ink's friends who sent him custom dice.
Her name is Angie, and she's one of the sweetest people in the world, and I know she's playing her Curse of Strahd game right now, but when you watch the VOD, Angie, I love you.
We love you, we love you, we love you. Okay, so you guys now left off then. You are on Candle Lane. If you recall from last time, it is a deceptive alleyway, sort of, that opens, looks like it kind of ends, but opens up a little bit at the end. There was a single lamp post with a single candle in it. Unusual, as you were walking through the dock ward, most of the candles and the lamp posts had been broken and stolen. So this perpetually burning candle was kind of a telltale sign that something was going on here. You were able to approach, and across the way from this lamp post with this light, you came upon a warehouse. And so this warehouse is a very ramshackle 2-story warehouse that has a bit of a yard. The building itself is like L-shaped, and the yard completes that sort of rectangle. There's an iron, or like a wrought iron fence with the gate around that yard. The yard is not like it doesn't have like green grass or anything. It's mostly dirt and gravel. They're immediately visible. There are what appears to be perhaps 3 points of entry. There is a window along the northern wall of this yard that is painted over. There is a big garage door, and next to that garage door is a normal-sized door that you can enter upon. But that is kind of what you were seeing before you. What would you like to do? Oh, and above that door, if you remember, had the flying snake symbol.
Right, the
which
symbol.
is what you were told to look for.
Oh, right, the snake, not the eyes.
That's above the smaller door, not the garage door?
Correct.
Well, they're probably not expecting company tonight. Are we letting ourselves in, or are we... what we're doing?
Yes, I think it would be wonderful to crash the party, dear.
Every time you go into this voice right at the start, I can't.
Shall we sneak up there?
I'm fine with sneaking.
Tally-ho!
I'll make an attempt. Oh, it's a little bit of a bigger fellow, but sure, we'll sneak in.
So you're attempting to be quiet as you're moving forward then? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay, please have a stealth roll from all three of you.
Maybe if you're lucky.
Oh, I forget that I'm actually proficient in stealth.
11.
12.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Y'all.
I rolled low today.
We're level 1.
Nine.
12's okay.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. So you're currently standing outside of that wrought iron gate that's leading into that yard. So you're moving through that gate then?
Yes.
Okay. So the gate itself is not locked, fortunately, since you didn't check. So you're able to kind of push through. There's a kind of as you're moving in. But you're going slowly enough that you're hopeful that you're being quiet enough. But you are in that yard now. And like I said, there's the big garage door, the smaller door with the snake over it, and then the painted over window kind of as you're standing, you're facing the garage door and the smaller door, and the painted over window is on a wall to your left.
I'm gonna sneak towards the snake door, because that's what we were told to look for.
Okay. You're gonna try to open it?
Oh yeah, I wanna see if it's locked and trapped.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Not that I can do anything about it, because I don't have thieves' tools.
I don't think any of us do.
I mean, I want to
It's
learn.
true.
Those.
It's actually, it's one of the
Nova
few skill
steals
sets that
shit,
we don't
but
have.
it's only
15.
she only steals purple
15?
shit.
Okay. So you're able to kind of run your fingers along the door frame, feeling for like blades that could come out if you try to open the door, any sort of mechanisms that could potentially be trapped and cause you harm if you attempted to open this door. You do not find any. However, the door is locked.
Oh!
You want me to try the big door, and I kind of gesture at the garage door.
Yes, we should probably do
let's
that.
check if that's locked, and if not, we might just have to bust our way in and screw the stealth thing.
I'll try the garage door.
Okay. The garage door, there's like a handle that you can like reach down and pull up on. Pull. There's a bit of a rattle, and you're like, crap, because you're trying to be a little quiet. It is also locked.
I think it might be easier to bash down the small door as opposed to the large door.
We're just bashing down a door.
Or we knock.
I mean, we're not just looking for someone, right? These are probably bad people.
Well,
This is
then
shady.
we knock, and if they don't want to let us in, we just kill them.
We could probably just knock them out.
Or that.
All right. Wow.
I actually could attempt to knock out anyone inside. I do have the ability to make people fall asleep. Sometimes, if they're weak enough.
If they're weak enough. I also have that ability.
Mr. Horace, you got to
I mean, I'm whispering, but I'm
We're stage whispering.
I know. It's just you got so much emotion in you. Knock on the door then. I'm right here.
All right, I knock on the door.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm not preparing it, but I'm getting ready to prepare sleep.
Yeah, I'll put my back against like the side of the door so that when they open it, like they can't see me, but I'm like right there in case something bad happens.
You're getting ready to prepare sleep.
I'm like thinking about preparing sleep. I don't want to use the spell slot yet, but
I'm taking the ready action to ready an action to sleep.
There's no mechanic in D&D behind
I'm
that
just
one.
saying I'm thinking about casting sleep, but I'm not actually like.
I'm thinking about it.
If 6 seconds goes by and then nothing happens, then I waste my one slot. So
It's like,
well, if you ready an action, it doesn't waste your slot.
okay.
Readying an action when you're basically telling me that you're going
action
to use your reaction to cast a spell, but you do also have the choice to let that action fizzle out if you would like. So like if you give me the criteria of when that action is going to happen, you can say when that action happens, I changed my mind, and then it doesn't have to go through.
Okay, yeah, I guess if people open the door, then I'm gonna sleep them.
Okay, so
Victoria looks like an oil painting on my screen right now. It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, wait, I see that. What's happening?
It's gorgeous.
I don't know what just happened.
You're taking out the sleep gas, but you haven't pulled the pin yet. There you go, you're there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so
better.
You can let that. When you hold an action, you are allowed to let it fizzle out if you would like. So if you want to hold an action, that is totally fine.
Yeah.
So what is your criteria that you're holding an action to cast sleep if what happens?
If I see someone like in the building, like if I can see them, like they open the door.
Okay, sounds good.
Preferably multiple someones, but we don't know.
Okay, so we're busting down the door.
I'm
We
knocking.
knocked.
Oh, you knocked.
I
You're
knocked.
not busting down the door.
I mean, I'll bust down the door if they take too long, but
Okay.
I'm knocking
you
first. I'm
knocked.
giving them the chance to open the
Are
door,
we
and if they
swatting
don't,
these people? We're swatting them. We're breaking
we're
the door down.
swatting these people. Yes. Please open up.
You knock, and you wait. And you wait. And you wait. Nothing happens.
All right, time to bust it down.
You want? I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, you're much stronger than I am. I can help you.
All right. Sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty weak, so have at it, my friends.
What's your
Just-
strength score,
just-
by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's 17.
Okay, yeah, I'm a 12, so I can assist you, but you can definitely
Okay.
do more damage.
I'm an 11.
You're giving me advantage for it.
Yes, I will help you.
I'd
I will
like to SWAT kick this door open.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an
and I'll
athletics
shoulder check it
with
at the same time.
with advantage, since Nova is assisting.
Please, God, don't do it.
30-20.
Yes!
yeah!
The curse is broken.
Curse is broken.
Or hit the door. Or hit its AC.
Okay. So, how are you breaking this door down?
If your shoulder, I think I was giving it the boot, kind of focusing right above the
Lock.
doorknob because I'm trying to focus it on the lock and just kind of not knock it off its hinges, but just kind of snap it open.
Okay. So, you raise your foot and give it a swift just kick right at that one weak spot. You've probably done this before. It feels
It feels
a little
right.
familiar. So you're like, oh yeah, muscle memory, popping in here and kicking this door down. The door swings, crashes against the wall with the force of this kick and comes back, bangs against the frame as it's kind of swinging on its hinges. You are standing in a warehouse, obviously, from the outside. But now that you're looking in the inside, it's very, very clear that this is exactly what you're looking at, considering the wide array of crates of various sizes. There's also, in this general vicinity, a lot of toppled over furniture. Tables tipped over, chairs askew. And are you entering?
I'll tell them to get behind me, and I'll draw just my longsword. So the big blade on my back is a sheath for kind of this thinner longsword, and I'll draw that. And have them file behind me, and I'll go in.
Okay, are you two remaining behind, or are you following?
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'm following with my quarterstaff, kind of.
Okay.
Can I hold an Eldritch Blast just over and over again every 6 seconds since it's a cantrip?
Until you see someone? Until you see someone?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving into the warehouse now, it's pretty big actually as far as the building is concerned. Roughly wide on the L part of it, it's probably like 60 to 80 feet, and then 100 to 130 feet in the other direction. You see, like I said, those crates that are everywhere, various sizes, large ones with smaller ones stacked on top, furniture toppled over, tables askew. And along the wall, set up haphazardly but deliberately, you see roughly 10 corpses.
Are they smelly?
No, actually. They're not. They are all armored. They all are wearing very similar uniforms or armor to the men that you saw jump your friend Yagra in the bar. They have their weapons kind of thrown unceremoniously over their bodies. Daggers and rapiers specifically is kind of mostly what you're seeing. This is all that you're seeing just kind of as you move and are standing sort of in the doorway as all three of you come in.
But they're very much noticeably dead.
They're super dead. They're very bloody. They've been stabbed and slashed.
So they're all with the eye tattoos, not the snake tattoos.
They do not have any tattoos that you can see visibly from this area.
Okay.
From like where you're standing in the doorway, but they are wearing the very similar black clothing, black painted armor, black leather armor that you were seeing from those men that came into the yawning portal earlier in the evening.
This is pretty bad.
Can I do a medicine check to see if it's all purely like physical damage, any magical damage that may have caused this?
Sure. You're gonna move into the warehouse to
check the
assess the bodies.
Yeah, see, like just do a medicine check, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I'll follow. Yeah.
Okay, so the three of you move around the stacks of crates and the broken down furniture, making your way towards the line pile of corpses. Could you all roll a perception check as you're moving through, please?
I just threw my dice at myself.
Dirty 20 per perception, and medicine check was a 22.
10 perception.
Okay.
My perception is a -2, so another 10.
All right. So, Sir and Lady Torres, you are moving behind Nova. Nova, as you sort of start to pass the furniture that is thrown around, all three of you pass, and Sir and Lady Torres, you begin to sort of move as Nova is, but Nova, you hear a noise behind you as you've passed this furniture.
I hold out my hand to, like, pause.
Okay.
Is there any more movement? Like, did the movement stop when we stopped?
The movement did not stop when you stopped. It is actually coming up very quickly behind you.
Oh, fuck.
Enough that the rest of us hear it now?
Enough that the rest of you hear it now. And, Sir, as you turn around it's very, like, scratchy footsteps as this, like, footsteps running up behind you. You turn around just in time to see a 4-foot-tall bird-like creature with a weapon in its hand, a short sword specifically, jumping into the air to stab you. It, however, only rolled a 5 on its attack. So, you're like, you're like, oh, okay, and kind of like move to jump out of the way as this very short creature jumps out at you. You see there are 3 more behind them. Can you all please roll initiative, please?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll.
These are humanoid
Nice.
bird-like creatures, black feathers, black long beaks.
15.
14.
10. Chat clocked your voice inspiration ink.
They what?
They clocked you. They were like, "He sounds like Jason Statham."
Nice. That's how I'm trying to do it. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. That's what I'm going for.
Okay. So, you guys turn around just in time to see this shorter creature, humanoid bird-like creature, flying through the air with its short sword to jump at Sir. Sir manages to jump out of the way with his quick reflexes just in time. However, another one immediately comes up behind to attack him as well. That time, I am sure it hits Sir. That is a 22 attack with a short sword. So this humanoid bird creature swings in just behind their friends, their companion, to kind of undercut at your thighs, and manages to get a slash through your clothing all the way through the musculature of your thighs. You are bleeding. It is painful. You take a 8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Glug, 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 glug.
Damage, excuse me.
He hit an artery.
Oh, no.
Nova, it is your turn now that you turn around immediately to
Alright.
see these 2 creatures attacking your friends. Like I said, there are 4 of them total.
I will hit a button on my quarterstaff and it extends another 5 feet, and a blade extends like a scythe as I slash at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
How Maka Albarn of you.
Really quick, actually, Lady Torres, you had a Eldritch Blast held.
Oh,
As
yeah.
well.
Good job.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay.
14 for my Eldritch Blast.
That also hits.
Oh, yeah. Do purple.
That is 9 slashing to the one that's
9?
attacking Ace.
Okay, perfect.
And then I have 5 force damage to whichever one I saw first.
That would have been the one that missed him originally. Okay.
Heck that guy. A glowy pink heart goes and slams into him.
A glowy pink heart? That's
Yeah.
adorable.
It's like you just do you cast it by doing like mwah.
I can sometimes, if I do that, it looks like kissy lips. For the heart, I go, and it comes out and does that.
All right, sir. You've just been injured from this Kenku. It is your turn. What are you doing?
So I look down at it and I'm like, big mistake. And I'm gonna it looks like I'm sheathing my blade, but these little teeth that are at sort of the base of the blade sort of click, 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 and they lock into the sheath. And then when I pull it this time, the entire bladed sheath comes down like a giant razor, and I want to try and slam it on top of the one that that Nova attacked.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna use the inspiration now.
Okay.
Because I want to really
You have it for a reason.
That's fine.
Much better. Thank you. 23 to hit.
Absolutely, that hits.
Okay. So this is the 2d6 version. Pretty good. Double 4s, so 10, 11. 11 slashing damage on it.
Okay. So you move out now with your sword. You're just like, that's not happening. You slash out with it at this smaller creature that's in front of you who has just attacked you with its blood, your own blood dripping off of its current sword. You slash forward with your sword that is much bigger than it, and it falls immediately.
Put all my weight sort of right on top of its shoulder, but you see he kind of buckles at his leg a bit from the wound. It's bleeding pretty badly.
It doesn't feel good. All right, is that your turn?
I believe that is everything that I could do, yeah.
Okay. So one of the other Kenku now, one of the ones who has not actually moved forward yet at all, moves forward the roughly 10 feet that it needs to in order to attack Sir, who just killed one of its companions.
Oh, I could have done something. That's okay.
With a flourish, it swings its short sword over its head, which unfortunately does not hit, I think, with a 7.
No! Ho, 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 ho.
It unfortunately misconstrues exactly the angle that it needs in order to get the attack that it wants. Its blade, rather than slicing on target, kind of twists and glances off of you instead. It's not a comfortable feeling, of course, a sword hitting you with that sort of pressure, but it is not a blow that injures you. Following its other companion behind, Sir, again, I'm sorry, you just killed one of its companions. It moves forward
That's
to attack
okay.
24.
Yeah, this is. I should have used second wind. I forgot I had second wind.
So with that second flourish from this other Kenku that moves forward, it is the lowest damage possible, 4 piercing damage.
I have 4 HP.
Rip.
I'm unconscious.
Glug, 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 glug.
It's okay.
So your companion falls unconscious with the blow
best.
from this Kenku. Lady Torres, you are able to turn around and see all of this happening behind you just in time to see your very large tiefling friend fall to this very short bird-like creature. What are you doing on your turn?
Is there a point that I can see in which a 20? Is there a point that would have all of them within 20 feet of that point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Without your companions, you mean?
Yeah, just the bird people.
Yeah, you could move off so that they're kind of in the edge of the circle.
Yeah. So I want to get them all in a 20-foot sphere, and then I'm gonna cast Sleep at them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d8s.
Remember second wind.
That is 33 HP.
33 HP. Okay.
So I take out some rose petals and I kind of fling them.
Tuxedo Mask style.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Except you're actually doing something.
Oh, oof.
Let me see who that affects. All of them, because one of them has been hit already by Nova. So all 3 of them, though they seem ready to attack immediately again, unconsciousness begins to overcome them. They're moving to move forward and attack you again, but they're kind of blinking and swaying on their feet and then fall and crumple asleep to the floor.
Okay, I'll turn to Nova and say, Nova, do you have any rope?
Of course I do.
Dylan, if you wouldn't mind sending me a death saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
Privately.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So are you guys taking some rope? What are you doing?
I am going to cast my last spell on Ace and heal him.
Okay.
healing word. 1d4 plus 4. So I will just kneel over Ace and kind of put my hand on his chest as I tell his soul to find the sleep and find your health again. Oh, no. 6. 6 healing.
Thank you.
You healed yourself, basically. I told you to heal yourself, and you listened.
He basically goes, "Oh, not yet."
You good, Ace?
So you kind of come to consciousness, look around you. You can see that the Kenku that you were just fighting are now also unconscious, while your 2 girls are standing over you.
You both are really amazing.
I know. You're amazing
Right.
too, but don't... Get up. I'm gonna help him out.
Already, he's already getting up. He's still bleeding, but he's like, just, how can I help?
I think it would be best to try to disarm and carefully restrain our little feathered friends here, but we must be careful, for if they're moved too much, they will awaken again.
Okay, I'll kick the swords away.
I'll pull out rope from my tent setup, because I have a shit ton of rope.
Okay.
I'm very dexterous. Would you like me to tie it? I'm very good at tying people up.
I'll toss her the rope.
Okay. You can see also that they do have short bows on their backs as well. So that is also weapons that you can disarm them. Holding them away.
Yeah.
Those 4 short swords, 4 short bows tossed to the side away from them. Lady Torres, you do know that this spell only lasts for about a minute. So by the time you guys are done tying them up, you're kind of getting that last knot in place, making sure that these 3 creatures, because one of them is dead, are sufficiently tied up. They begin to stir. Slumped over on each other, they're kind of now like blinking and pulling their heads up and like looking around, confused.
They're waking back up. Do you think we should just kill them where they sit or leave them?
Well, I'd like to sort of know why they just stabbed me. Huh? Why are you going to talk?
And he looks up at you. And when are you gonna talk?
I'm gonna go over to the dead bodies and do that medicine check that I rolled earlier.
Yes,
and
that is fine.
Yeah, while they are dealing with the hostages, I will go check the dead bodies.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 22.
For the medicine check,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, I've saved it.
Was there anything specific that you were looking for?
I was mostly looking to see if this was like just a full-on brawl, like if they just died from like stab wounds, or if there was any magical shit going on.
Okay. Looking through the 10 or so corpses that are here, they're mostly human. There are a few what appear to potentially be half-elves based on just the point on their ears. All, like I said, wearing that black sort of uniform. It appears that most of them died either from exsanguination or a head wound, so bleeding out. So most of this, as it appears that there's not too much magical weapon warfare that was sort of used in this attack, mostly bludgeoning and slashing and piercing damage.
Okay. Do they appear to be, I guess, the ones with the tattoos? Or the eyeball tattoos versus the snakes? Or is it the snakes?
Kind of looking through the bodies as you're examining them just to kind of determine cause of death. You don't find too many tattoos. You find 2 people, 2 human men with tattoos, snake tattoos.
2 snake tattoos.
Similar to the one on the door that you saw and the one that you saw when you guys, if you remember, you kind of walked through the city as you were making your way towards the Skewered Dragon, and you guys saw the guard
Right. Yeah.
that
There
had
Right.
cordoned off that alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nova, you were able to ascertain that tattoo on one of the survivors of that skirmish. It's a tattoo that you're continuing to see on these people that are wearing this black uniform.
I sort of nod my head over at the corpses that she's examining, looking at these tied up bird people. And are you responsible for that, you little shits?
You little shits.
All right.
That
Listen,
is the most wonderful ability I've ever encountered. Do it again!
I'm a really nice guy. And I stab the giant sword in front of it, like between its legs, how it's like sitting, so that it sees its reflection in the blade, and I kind of lean down on it and I go, so don't make me be a not nice guy. Do that again? Alright? I'm not gonna be nice anymore. Answer the question. Did you do that?
Roll an intimidation check.
Can I attempt to start casting Detect Magic as a ritual?
Of course.
Okay, I'll do that while they're interrogating.
Natural one.
Oh,
It was I pre-rolled and I got a natural 20 and I wasted it and I just did it again and I got a natural 20. So natural 21, natural 20, but it was the one.
So not the one who's been speaking to you, but one of the others that's there. Not a nice guy. And then the three of them sort of start to giggle in this very it's almost like a child's giggle. It's very unnerving having just heard them speak in your accent, and then this very like stark shift into a children's laugh.
Can I search them to make sure none of them have any like thieves' tools or any like secret knives?
Sure.
secret knives!
Roll an investigation check.
Roll a secret
I don't
knives
want
check.
them getting out. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Two of them have a set of thieves' tools. And one of them does have a small, like, pocket knife, like a switchblade, in their boot.
I take it all.
Do any of them have like little baubles, like a little necklace or a little ring or a little piercing, anything kind of shiny?
Yeah, actually, one of them does have a gold chain with a pendant around their neck. The pendant appears to be like gold wire that's been twisted to look sort of like a tree sort of shape. But they've got a necklace around their neck.
Can I just grab that and pop it off the back of the neck?
Sure.
All right, that's mine now. Since you wanted to be a cheeky shit, that's mine now.
I think that's such a cool thing that they can do. I love it.
I think that's such a cool thing that they can do. I love it.
Oh no. She's gonna adopt them all.
Wait, we're supposed to be trying to find Floon.
Right. Well, should we just leave them here?
We didn't tie their like feet, right? They're kind of all just.
They're like tied around their arms and their torsos. So their feet are still available for them to use. Unless you wanted to I mean, you could have, I suppose, tied their ankles together. That's for you to tell me, I suppose.
I don't think in the time that we had we would have been able to.
Yeah, it was more like get them vaguely incapacitated from combat.
Are you two all right with looking around and I'll watch these guys?
I'm a bit busy. Give me a few minutes.
What are you doing?
Magic!
Sorry, I'm just trying to still get used to it. Can you stay here with them and we go look?
I can stay here with them. I'm quite enjoying what they're doing. This weird mimicry.
Alright, yeah, since you seem to like them so much, I'm gonna go look around.
Okay, tell me if you need my help with anything.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
gonna check out the first floor and I'll be kind of shouting for Floon.
Okay. So Walking around the first floor, there is a staircase that actually moves up to an open second floor, kind of a mezzanine.
We all gotta go upstairs.
Go upstairs!
Go upstairs and metagame.
Hey!
Underneath the stairs, there seems to be a closet of some kind. The door is, as you kind of come in, you have to come straight, and then turning left is kind of where you're getting to where the stairs are. The door seems to be hanging off of its hinges a bit. There are crates everywhere and furniture. Like I said, that the Kenku appeared to have actually taken the furniture and thrown it around. That's probably why it was askew. They were hiding behind it, which is why you guys didn't see them originally when you came in. But there's the furniture around. The second floor leads up to, like I said, the mezzanine area where there appears to be more crates up there as well.
All right. I don't want to open any doors yet because I don't want to be shanked. Can I kind of take the razor and sort of stab it into one of these crates and kind of pop it open like a
absolutely. Absolutely. So opening this crate that you have, you pry it open. There's weapons actually inside. Quite a few actually of various kinds. In this particular crate, there's lots of short swords and lots of crossbows. Light crossbows.
There's enough weapons in here to arm a small army. Not comforting. You want me to check upstairs?
Just give me a couple minutes.
I'm gonna turn to the birds. Hold on, let me decide. Little birdie friends, if there's anything cool upstairs, say pickles. But if upstairs is really boring, say butt cheeks.
You just want to hear them say either word.
A roll of persuasion check.
21.
They take a minute to sort of look at each other, and then one of them just kind of shrugs at the other. He turns to you. Butt cheeks!
So the birds say there's nothing cool upstairs. I think they're lying. They did try to kill you after all, and almost succeeded.
I kind of smirk and be like, I agree, and I'll go upstairs.
Ace, wait! I have something that could help!
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're doing!
I'm casting Detect Magic! If there's anything magical here, I'll be able to find it.
Your Detect Magic spell finishes its casting. You unfortunately do not see anything of magical nature on the first floor. What is your range for that spell?
30
what
feet.
Is the...
30 feet.
10
Okay,
minutes,
so...
30 feet. And it looks like I actually keep my scythe open, and the blade of the scythe is glowing kind of like a dowsing rod.
Okay.
Ooh.
So currently right now where you are with that 30 feet of range, you do not sense anything magical.
Okay, let's go upstairs. I'll go with you.
Alright. I'm sorry.
Little
got
patience.
stabbed.
I know, a little patience is needed, Ace. Let's go.
I'm alright.
Do you want me to lead the way?
Right.
Are you still hurt?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll walk together.
Okay.
That thing is terrifying.
Which thing?
The big blade.
Oh, yeah, this?
Yeah.
Surprise!
You always had that. Alright. Alright. So you just got a big blade. Learn new things about you all the time. Anyway, we go upstairs.
I don't normally need this for dream reading. It's usually just a good pull for my tent.
So it's going up the stairs. You move up the stairs along to the second floor of this warehouse. Like you said, it's a bit of a mezzanine. So it's kind of wrapping around the entirety of the warehouse, starting on one end and making its way around. There are more crates up here. And as you move up the stairs and turn right a bit, there you can see a door along the northern wall that you could go through. But there are crates all around you. as well.
Any pings yet?
From where you're standing at the top of the stairs, yes, actually, you do get a ping in the area behind the wall currently in front of you. So the wall is directly in front of you, and then it moves, and then there's that door that's right there that I was just describing. You can see, or you can sense that there is something magical behind those doors.
I will go there and indicate to Ace that there is something magical this way.
Oh, good magic or bad magic?
Can I tell the school of magic?
Yes, actually. Let me pull up this thing here. And
I'm very proud of you, Ace. That was a very smart question that you normally probably wouldn't have even asked. But you...
Enchantment? Okay.
Enchantment.
Some sort of enchantment this way. And I'm gonna go approach the door and check for traps before I open it.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check at the door.
Boy.
I'm standing behind
I'm
her
actually
with
proficient with
the razor. So
Well, I don't know if that's gonna matter. It might. 14?
Okay. So you, in much the same fashion that Lady Torres did at the door entering the warehouse, you feel around the door frame, feel for mechanisms that could potentially harm you in some sort of way should you try to open this door. You do not find any.
Okay.
And the door in your investigation as well does not appear to be locked.
I will open the door slowly.
Okay. Opening the door slowly. There is a distinct musty smell of a room that has not been used a lot. Entering this room, it's about 15 by 15 as far as like feet is concerned, dimensions. It appears to be an office of some kind. There is a desk with some chairs, both behind and in front of a shelf along the wall, but all of it appears to be very bare and dusty, as if it hasn't been used at all frequently. That ping that you got, the sense of magic, there is a door on the left wall, so the western wall of this smaller room that continues on, and that sense of magic that you get is through that door.
I will approach and also investigate for traps or magical traps.
Okay, go ahead and roll another check for me.
Even better. 19.
Okay. This door also does not appear to have any sort of traps on it, and it also does not appear to be locked.
I will.
So you are able to move into it. If you would.
Open the door. Yep.
Okay. Another office.
Oh.
Larger this time. It's 15 by about 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
Again, it has a desk with some chairs, shelves on the walls. This one appears to have been used a little bit more than the other one. And you can see also that there is along the doors in this office, you can see a wire kind of running above the door, around the door frame, along the wall, and through the floor. And then on that wire or string or wire, whatever it is, there's a bell.
And that's where the magic's coming from?
No. I was just making sure I was describing that before we moved.
Okay, I was like, is this a magical bell?
The magical bell? There's also a few other things in this room. There are what appears to be a bunch of blank pieces of parchment on the desk, along with some ink, a quill, like a quill and inkwell. There's a set of what appears to be dice on the desk as well. A lantern with some oil in it, as well as a bottle that contains more lantern oil. A set of thieves' tools. A small hand mirror. The magical essence that you are getting is coming actually, strangely enough, from the blank pieces of paper.
Oh, all right. I will gather those then.
Okay, you're able to get 5 pieces of parchment, all of which have some sort of enchantment magic on them.
Okay.
This entire time I'm teaching the birds how to say, like, I have to poop.
I will also
Trying to
take
see
the
if they'll
thieves'
mimic
tools.
me.
You're gonna take the thieves' tools?
Mm-hmm. Just in
Okay, there were
case.
2 sets there that you can grab.
Yep. I'll get both so Lady Torres can get one.
I got 2 from the birds, so now we can each have one.
You guys have 4 sets of thieves' tools now.
Yeah, I'm not
okay.
proficient in it, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily say that you have to be proficient to
Try.
And we can train in them,
Nope.
guys.
You just would not be able to add your proficiency
bonus.
to it.
Hey.
Bad show for that.
Oh.
How does this? Can I try to surmise how this bell system works? Is it like an alarm, or what?
What are you like pulling on it? What are you doing?
Well, how much can I discern anything from just sort of looking at it?
Like Arcana
First,
or
without-
investigation? I could do an
You-
Arcana to see. Well, no, I have a detect magic.
Potentially.
Can I kind of like see it, like if it goes around the frame of the door? Can I assume like it's like opening the door was supposed to do something?
No,
or-
it does not appear
Okay.
to have any interaction with anything in the room. The fact that it goes around the frame of the door, you know how like when you've got lots of wires, they kind of mount the wires to the walls to make sure they're
Okay.
not tangling.
Yeah.
It's like mounted basically.
Okay.
Oh, it's like the
but it
Wi-Fi
can
wires.
yeah, exactly. It can freely move, however, and it snakes around the frame of the door and along the corner of the wall through a hole into the floor below.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I discern where on the first floor that wire should be going?
Yes, actually, based on where you're standing and where you had gone through this door, based on everything down below, when you came in and came up those stairs, it appears to be coming down somewhere on the left side of the stairs. You're not
The
sure. You
Door
didn't
that I
see-
saw under the stairs.
No, actually, the door
okay,
that you saw on the stairs is on the right side of the stairs, underneath the stairs.
Oh.
There was more of an open area on the first floor where there were more crates. It appears
Okay.
to be going down somewhere in that area.
All right. Miss Nova, do you think
Yes,
that
dear.
we should we
Yeah, let's why don't,
follow the call or ring the bell or?
why don't you go down and see if you can ring the bell, and I'll stay up here and see if I can hear it, and I'll check out the crates up here, and you can go down and try and ring the bell and see if we can
Aye,
find
aye.
its location.
All right. And if you see Floon, obviously.
Have I opened all the doors on this floor? Okay, so yeah. I will, while he's going down the stairs, I'll check.
I'm muted.
Yes, you are. I'll check the crates upstairs.
Yeah, make sure he's
Okay.
not shoved in a crate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go downstairs to try and find where the line goes. So I'll like go downstairs and check the ceiling if I find it again.
Okay. All I was saying was that it just appeared to be kind of an office suite up there. Just a
Okay.
couple
Okay.
of offices.
Okay.
Among all the things that you found on the desk. So, sir, you head back down the stairs over to the left side of the warehouse, to the area where you surmise that string or wire might go. You'd roll a perception check, actually, for me.
Oh, I'm bad at those, but okay. Natural 1 minus 2, so -1.
Oh, buddy.
Rip.
I'm
You
bad
come-
at those.
That's okay. You come downstairs and you move along to the left side to the area where you surmise that the string went. Unfortunately, all you see is a wall. And then obviously an open area. The furthest south wall in this part of the warehouse, you can see that painted window that you guys saw from the outside. And there are more crates around you. But as far as where the string goes, you cannot see anything.
Oh, bugger.
No, it's just up there waiting for it to ring.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring.
Doesn't
Nova!
Yes, dear.
I don't find the string or nothing. It's just a wall.
All right, I'll come down and look. Let me just check this crate. And I'm checking crates.
Okay. The crates on the upper floor, you find it's very strange actually. You're kind of like what the heck, because below the crate that Sir had found was like weapons, like
Right.
it looked like a cache of weapons.
Right.
Up here, you're finding actually opening a few crates, you find one that appears to have a bunch of bottles of like spoiled rancid olive oil.
Ooh.
Another one has a obscene amount of sandals that were very fashionable in Waterdeep a few months ago, but are not fashionable
Black market
anymore.
fashion. Okay. I'll take a pair of sandals. Fuck it.
Okay, you've got some sandals.
Out of fashion sandals.
They're like wooden soled sandals.
Sure.
They're not
Sure.
they're not in fashion anymore, but you don't have to follow fashion trends, Nova. That's
Have
okay.
you met me? No, I don't.
And then you open another one and it just appears to have very moth-eaten rolls of cloth. This warehouse does not appear to have been used very frequently, or if it was, it isn't anymore.
Any purple cloth?
Roll investigation check if you can.
That's a 19 plus 3.
There is some purple cloth. It's a very muted, almost grayish purple because it's been sitting here for so long and it's so moth-eaten and it's dusty, but it's there.
I'll take a piece.
Okay, sure.
And
You've
put it
got
in
a
my
piece
bag.
of purple cloth. Okay, Nova.
Can I, this entire time, see if I can get the birds to go like la 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 la, but each slightly timed differently, so it just sounds really fucked up?
You're trying to get them to a harmony and it's not working.
No, I'm trying to get them to be like discordant.
Oh.
roll a persuasion check as you're talking to these birds.
That's another 21.
Hell yeah.
So it's a very like wah, 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 as they're like listening to you because you're like, come on, sing along, and it's a very like, we're tied up, what else are we gonna do?
I'm happy.
Okay.
I will go down and assist Ace with finding the bell string.
Okay, will you please roll a perception check as you join him in his confused spinning around?
Can I confusedly help her just be like, it was supposed to come from right here, it
Yeah,
was supposed
sure.
to go right there, but there's just a wall.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh,
Nova.
okay.
I will allow that.
Helping.
It's only slightly better. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Slightly better.
It's
Slightly
only-
better.
I rolled a 19! Like, I had a
I rolled-
19, and then I got a
I
22.
rolled a -1.
I'll take it. 22.
Okay. So along that far wall, the far northern wall, where Sir kind of pointed out, it sort of looks like it's supposed to come down here, but I don't see anything. You don't see a string, but you do see in the wall of the, or I'm sorry, in the floor of the warehouse, in the stone floor, you see a sort of outline of what appears to be maybe a trap door of some kind.
Ooh.
There's like a very faint square outline of an potential opening.
Okay, I would like to check that for traps. I'm assuming that the bell is, like, going to ring, but I want to check to see if it's going to explode on me if I attempt to open it.
Sure.
Now, is it just a wall?
No, there's a trap door here, sweetie. 16... So, 19.
Well, no, there's a trap door here, sweetie. Precious.
It's not even condescending. It's like, it's okay, it's right here. I found it. Yeah, 19. Investigation for traps.
Okay. So you are able to poke and prod and get down kind of on your hands and knees and just look, and with your superior perception to Sir, are able to kind of look and try to ascertain if there's something harmful here. You don't find anything.
Okay, I will try and pop this trapdoor open with, like, a dagger or something. Just
Okay. And it takes some finagling and it takes some force and some effort. But with that dagger and the leverage that you're able to get from it, you are able to pry it open. And there's kind of a spray of dust as it comes open. Yeah, you're like, oh, so you're kind of breathing
Nope.
it in. It doesn't feel good.
Nope.
And when that opens, you hear a ding upstairs.
There it is. Yeah, I'll look inside. Is it like deep?
It is kind of a tunnel that goes underneath and kind of mellows out or flattens out a bit as you move forward.
I will try and hop in.
Okay. So hopping in, it's a little steep at first, but it very quickly flattens out. So you kind of slide a little bit.
Kind of use my I use my quarterstaff to kind of like give myself a little like walking stick.
Okay. It's not a super low ceiling, but it's pretty low. Your quarterstaff, you're able to kind of use it, but as you kind of get to the bottom, you're realizing you might have to leave it behind with the ceilings that are only, as you get to this point, about 5 feet.
Okay.
But you are able to use it before you get to that point to steady yourself.
Sure.
Moving through, it's not a very long tunnel, and you can see ahead of you it flattens out and opens up into a small closet-sized room.
All right, I will approach.
Okay. This room was hidden behind this secret door that you have found. There are 2 wooden crates in this room. And nothing else. It's very small. Probably a bit only big enough for 2 of you to be in at a time.
But no magic ping.
No
Okay.
magic ping.
I will attempt to open these crates and see if there's more purple stuff inside.
Okay. One of the crates is much larger than the other.
Okay.
Do you have a preference of which you'd like to open first?
I'll open the big one just in case there's a body in
Okay.
there.
Okay. So you pry this crate open. The crate itself has a stamp on the outside that you recognize as a stamp used in the docks a lot with shipments that are kind of coming in and out as just like a welcome to Waterdeep. We've cataloged that this is a thing. We know this is here sort of stamp. You pry it open, and inside are 4 like vertically stacked 1 by 1 in this crate, 4 wooden cases, basically very wide.
All right, I will take one out and see if I can open it.
Okay. Easy enough to open. They're not like locked or anything. There are paintings in each of these cases, it looks like. The one that you're looking in, very specifically, actually, Nova, with your travels, is Silvery Moon.
Oh.
It is like a landscape painting of Silvery Moon.
Okay. I'll kind of holler up to Ace that I've found some paintings.
Paintings.
Yeah, this one's of Silvery Moon, and I'll like kind of pass it up and check.
He'll take it.
Check the rest of the crate.
Okay.
He looks it over, and it means absolutely nothing to him, but it's really pretty.
The other
It's tiny.
paintings are actually, now that I'm looking at it, all ones that you've cities that you've been to, Nova. So as you're looking through, there's one for Neverwinter as well, kind of a landscape skyline painting of Neverwinter. There is a landscape skyline painting of Luskin.
Hell yeah. I knew that one was in there.
And then there is also one for Baldur's Gate.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna roll up Baldur's Gate and put that one in my pack.
Okay. But there are 4 paintings here.
Okay.
The smaller crate, when you pry it open, has 15 what looks to be silver bars, very old silver bars. They appear to be a little corroded and black.
Okay. I will stack those as well. Can I check both these crates for hidden compartments, just in case, since it's so well hidden?
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check.
How's Lady Torres doing?
18.
I don't know, did all the paintings get passed up?
Yeah, I passed all the paintings up to, except for Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate's in my pack.
I'm
So
gonna
I
take
have-
the one of Luskin, if you don't mind.
Okay, so I have
Okay.
Silvery Moon
And Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. I know that they're worth money.
Lady Torres, there's the very familiar ships in the harbor for Luskin for you.
I'm gonna look for the general location of my parents' house and just stick my tongue out at it and then roll up the painting and put it in my backpack.
Okay. So, what was your investigation roll, Nova?
18.
18. Okay. These crates do not appear to have any hidden compartments, though that was
Okay.
very smart to look considering the circumstances you guys find yourselves in.
Okay.
These crates were probably... actually, roll just a quick intelligence check for me.
Oh boy.
Just straight intelligence.
Okay. 9.
9. Well, you recognize the stamp on the outside of the one with the paintings.
Yeah.
So you could probably surmise, even with a 9, just because you've been here for so long, that these are probably stolen from merchants or like collectors of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not these people do not appear to be the most clean slated sort of people.
So
Yeah.
I will go back up and close the trapdoor. Like I would have put the
Okay.
crates back with the lids. Then get back up, close the door. Didn't touch it.
Okay.
You won't help with all those bits of silver
Yeah.
there.
I'll give you like half to put in your pack. Because I'm decent. I'm strong.
There were 15 there, so.
Yeah,
That's
I will
fine
give.
for
We could have 5
5
each.
for
Sure.
Or
I'll
maybe give like 8 to Sir and 3 or 4 to
Whoever
Nova.
wants.
And I'm not very strong, so I'll take the rest.
Alright, sure.
So as you guys are talking and deliberating on how to split up these silver bars, you hear a thump coming from under the stairs.
Oh,
Hello?
another bird friend?
I will.
Yeah,
I'm gonna skip over. I'm bored
I
with the
thumped
birds.
back with my quarterstaff.
I hold the longsword version out because I'm holding, I guess, some ingots like a baby. I'm doing that
Silver
thing with the
bars, yeah.
sam.
Don't you
I'm
have a
doing the
backpack?
samurai. Well, yeah, but I haven't put them in yet. I'm doing the thing that the samurai does, where he's holding the cat, but it's ingots, and I have my sword, and I'm holding it out, and it's like, is that another one of your friends?
And the Kenku, I assume, shake their head and say, another one of our friends.
All right, that was actually a good answer. Thanks. I pat him on the head with my blade.
Here, hold on, I have a free hand.
So,
I'll
Lady
open the
Torres,
door.
you ran over. So the door was hanging on its hinges originally, but when you open it, it kind of falls a bit, kind of at an angle, because that bottom hinge is not
Oopsie.
attached. This is a closet of some kind, a storage closet. Excuse me. Coming to the door and opening it, there is immediately on your nose this awful, strong stench of just vinegar.
Delicious.
and vinegar and of weird, rotten, sort of fishy smell. And you moving in, seeing this closet open now, you can see that there's lots of rope around. There's a barrel that appears to have been broken, and bits of fish on the ground, wet. Probably that vinegar smell that you're smelling is coming from this. There's a tarp kind of draped over towards the back of the closet. It's not a very big closet. It's about 15 feet long, or I'm sorry, 10 feet long and like 5 feet wide. So it's not too big. It's very narrow.
Hey, little ghosty bird guy. Thump again if you can hear me.
There's no sight of anything immediately, and there's no sound immediately either. There is a pause before you hear a voice. You're not one of them, are you?
I don't think so.
And the tarp
Would-
moves.
Hello?
And out from underneath the tarp pops a man. He's not standing yet, so you cannot ascertain his height, but he though very dirty, very mucked up, messy red hair. Hold on. Pulled kind of back in a ponytail, begins to stand up. He's kind of groaning and moaning a bit as he stands. I'm sending you guys a picture in the chat that we have. Very, very handsome.
Nice.
Despite his very
Hell
disgusting and grody, mucked up appearance. His clothes are very stained, and he appears to be a little injured, probably bruised, punched in the face perhaps a couple of times. He's got a bit of a black eye going on. Though his clothing is very clearly expensive and well-made clothing. Kind of moves up and wipes a bit of the gunk from his face and... Hello?
Are you Floon? You look like what Volo said Floon looked like.
No, I'm afraid I'm not. Do you mind if I step out of the closet, though? If we can perhaps talk out so I'm not smelling... I've been in here a while.
Okie dokie. And I'll come out.
So Nova and Stir, then you see her emerge from this closet under the stairs, followed by a red-headed man, as I just described. Now that he's standing, he's pretty tall. Not as tall as Sir, but probably about 6 feet, 6 foot. And then moves out into the open. Sees the Kenku tied up. Good job, I suppose. Good on you.
Thank you.
And you are...
You wouldn't
Why?
happen to be Raynar, would you?
I am, actually. How do you know my name?
Well, we've been looking for Floon, and while looking for Floon, your name was brought up.
Oh, right, they did say that they looked a lot alike. I forgot about that.
I am Reyna. Never Ember. Nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but I'm afraid that I'm a little dirty. I wouldn't want to also pass that along. Thank you for taking care of the Kenku. I was waiting for them to move along. They didn't.
How long have you been stuck in there?
Hours. Days. I don't know. There's a long time. A lot of time goes by when you're stuck in a fish closet.
Right. Where's Floon?
Unfortunately, I also do not know. I believe he was taken.
By?
Okay.
Again. The people who came and did that, and he points to all the bodies.
You saw what happened here.
More like heard what happened here. I was taken here, and I was able to sort of break away once all the chaos started, and was able to move into the closet to hide. I was waiting for the Kenku to move along. They've been waiting here for quite a while.
And I kind of gesture towards the Kenku, and what were these little buggers doing? They were waiting for us. Stab me, little shits.
I don't necessarily think that they were waiting for you specifically. I think they were probably waiting for more of these men and women to come along. Pointing again to all the corpses. Stragglers. This is a Zentrum warehouse, so they were very likely attempting to ambush any more Zentrum that could potentially come by.
If they wanted to kill the Zentrum, then what are they? Vigilantes? Who are they?
Have I even been around long enough that I know what that is?
Roll history check.
Probably not. Let's check. I love how I always roll low on history checks. It's very fitting. 7.
No.
7.
But he does say, The Xanathar guilds. Sort of thieves guilds in the city. It's not an actual guild, but they've got quite the rivalry happening with the Zentrum. If you've been in the city for any amount of time, you've probably seen the skirmishes that are happening because of them.
That was probably that aftermath in the alleyway. At the dock wharf.
If there's any amount of dead men, especially in this area of the city, probably.
This
This-
Xanathar and Zentarum, are these like some sort of gangs or something?
More or less.
Man,
The City Watch had arrested the snakes, the Zents, back in the alley.
Yes.
They
the
had
snakes
about
would be the Zentrum.
3? Was it 3 or 5 men arrested?
They had
It was 3.
Well, it doesn't look like they were doing a lot of good here. Crates full of weapons and shit like that. Enough to arm a whole bunch of people.
Well, the Zentrum deals in training and dispatching mercenaries, so that makes sense that they would have weapons. You said that you were looking for Floon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Volo tasked us to
Correct.
find him.
Volo.
Volo.
Alright.
Hmm.
Interesting, man.
Hmm.
I
seemed
appreciate...
like it.
Oh, were you
Sorry.
speaking? I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, sorry, I just said it seems like it. It's a strange man. Well,
Very strange man. As is Floon, but strange men make other strange men their company, it seems. Have you found anything out other than what you said? We were here. We were jumped as we were leaving a bar and brought here.
We
scared dragon.
Yeah, we
Skewered dragon.
we
yes.
heard that you had some people follow you out, so...
Yes, I arrived at the bar after Volo. Floon told me that he was drinking with Volo for a while. They were gambling and spending the evening together, and then Floon told me that Volo left, but I was concerned about Floon making it home okay. He was rather intoxicated, so I was going to walk him home. But as we left, we were jumped by 5 thugs, for lack of a better word.
Why do you think they jumped you? What is it that Floon has that they want? Oh.
It's not Floon that they want. I admit I feel rather guilty. I think that they mistook him for me.
Well, they had both of you, so why is he gone but you're still here?
Chaos. I was able to break away from the fighting that happened, but as I'm sure you've been described, Floon, before, he and I have very similar appearances. In me managing to break away, I assume that they still thought that he was me and took him along. The Zentrum think that my father embezzled a very large amount of gold while he was the open lord of Waterdeep, and that he hid the dragon somewhere here in the city. They think that they can find it using an artifact of some kind. I heard the name Stone of Galore thrown around quite a bit, which was in the hands of the Xanathar guilds until recently. I was able to sort of listen in on conversations. Apparently someone stole it, though. The Zentrum thought that I knew something about it and could possibly tell them the location, but I don't. I haven't spoken with my father in years.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
Hell yeah. I get advantage on these. Hell yeah.
I inherently believe everyone, so I'm just like, they're going to use some sort of magic stone to find a whole bunch of money that your dad apparently hid somewhere in the city.
25.
He appears to be being honest. There's nothing about his demeanor or the way that he's speaking that immediately leads you to potential deception.
Is it true? Magic stone found a whole bunch of money somewhere in the city.
There's lots of magic in this city.
I mean, I use magic to find those papers. It's very possible.
Well,
Should we get you cleaned up and try to look for Floon?
I would
almost
very
find
much like
Floon.
to not be covered in fish goo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty stinky, buddy.
would you like?
Thank you.
We're
Thank you.
we were supposed to go meet Volo back at the
Right.
yawning portal. We could tell him what we found.
And get you cleaned
Maybe
up
he can-
there.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know? Did you garner any information about where they might have taken Floon?
No.
Well, we would.
Well,
So that's led us here.
We got those ones, but they don't seem to be willing to talk aside from repeating what we say.
That would be a kenku for you.
Yeah.
so if the Zenturium took you, do you think there's another base that they might have taken Floon to?
I think the Xanathar is who took Floon now because they think he's me and they want to know where this stone
So we
is.
got to find a Xanathar base.
Yes.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, the rivalries in the city run very deep.
That's true. So the Zents took you, and then the Xanathar came here,
To take me.
killed all these fuckers.
So are they
Okay.
Xanathars? And I point to the Kenku.
And one of the kenku clicks its beak at you and says in a very high-pitched sort of snooty voice, very similar actually to Lady Torres's voice. Xanathar sends his regards.
Oh, I've really had enough of these fucking things.
Xanathar
Take
can bite whale bubbles.
Leave Bubbles alone.
Xanathar's almost as cool of a name as Zoblob.
I'll go back over to the Kenku and I'll squat down again. I'll be like, look, you're already tied up. Your buddy over there is mincemeat. Just tell us where the fuck this Xanathar's guild is or whatever, or I'm gonna be having chicken for breakfast for the next 3 weeks.
Roll another intimidation check.
Here
Can
we
I
go,
give him
ready for this?
advantage by mentally
How?
speaking into one of their minds? At this kind of like
What are you gonna
echoing,
say?
echoing everything he says, but like a delay.
I will allow that. Go ahead.
Ready for the 1 and the 2, guys?
Surround sound in their skulls.
Yes. Surround sound.
It was a 2 and a 3. So 8 at the highest.
I tried.
So you're
I
still cursed.
I tried to.
I tried to give you that
That's
extra.
okay. It's fitting. They wouldn't want to talk to me
No,
anyway.
they
They're-
wouldn't want to talk to anyone. You'd probably be a hiding
Yeah.
sea.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't feel bad about that. It's funny. This is funny.
So you kind of move into their face, threatening to eat them, apparently. And the one that you're speaking with just kind of snaps its beak out at you as if it's gonna bite, and kind of bites the tip of your nose as you kind of.
All right. I like take the sword and I hold it over them.
Ace, dear, maybe we should let the city guard deal with them. I'm not sure how well we'll be received if we just kill them while they're tied up.
Wasn't actually going to do it. It was supposed to scare them a little. Fine.
They probably can't even tell us where it is. They can only say what we say.
We can only say what you say.
So what we're gonna go get the guard, and what we're gonna say that we broke into a freaking warehouse and
We could be a little bit more.
Can all three of you roll a perception check while you're speaking, please?
We could be a little bit more subtle. I could
Wait,
find,
all of us?
I could
Mhm.
find one and just whisper
Yeah.
a tip in his ear and let him figure it out by himself.
I got
10. Ink, stop!
He has -2 perception. I rolled a
Stop
6.
being possessed.
19.
Okay. So you guys are deliberating about how to talk to the guard, who's going to talk to the guard, how you're going to get the guard. When Nova hears not 1 sets of footsteps, not 2, but about 12 sets of footsteps outside of the warehouse.
I think we have company.
Oopsie!
And with that exclamation from Nova, the garage door of the warehouse in which you are currently standing, surrounded by about 10 corpses, a very dirty Raynar Neverember, the former son of the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and 3 Kenku tied up on the ground, the garage door of the warehouse crashes open as that lock is broken, and it opens up for you to see 12 members of the City Watch.
There they are.
In their
There we go.
very telltale gold and green tabards over their plate armor, standing there with a man in the front who very clearly is probably in charge. He's got golden pauldrons that are painted. He's got more armor rather than just half plate. He's wearing a set of full plate armor. Doesn't have a helmet on. Salt and pepper hair. He's very, very handsome human man. Kind of cocks his head at you guys as this opens. And yes, I was just about to say.
Well, let's fix that problem.
When life gives you lemons!
We will take a break here.
Alrighty.
Speak of the guard, and then it's all like, "Hey, we're raiding." It's like, well, sorry, we already swatted the main door, so.
All right. We will BRB in about 5 to 7 minutes, fam.
Okay,
Stay tuned.
yeah.
We are back! Thanks for waiting.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good break, ate some good snacks, got some good drinks.
Yes, for those of you who are curious, the song for intermission and intro that I use is Elders 1, 2, and 3. They're 3 different tracks by August Wilhelmsen. And yeah, I get that from Epidemic Sound because I pay for their copyrighted music for my YouTube channel. So
Thanks, Kristy.
you're welcome.
Okay, so last we left our heroes, they were arguing about what to do in the middle of this warehouse when the garage door to the warehouse opened very suddenly and very forcefully, behind which stood members of the City Watch of Waterdeep. The man that you saw standing at the head of this group of about 12 people doesn't move and is kind of just staring you guys down a little bit as the other members of the City Watch kind of file around him.
Yeah, the girls are just like, hi!
They move in, and there's a few like hand signals and like move like directing like everybody where to go, and they begin to file around the warehouse. Few go to examine the bodies. A few go up to the Kenku where you guys are standing. A few go upstairs. There's some that go and look into the closet. But this is very clearly a sweep. And the man that appears to be in charge moves into the warehouse as well after he has kind of stood there and watched a little bit, making sure that everything that he kind of put into place here happens.
I would immediately sheath the blade part and just make it a regular pole.
Okay, sounds good. He is very outfitted. Like I said, he's wearing full plate armor with a green and gold tabard over of the colors of the City Watch. He has a long sword, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow that he also has on him. He moves in and kind of slowly, with those like wide swinging steps, moves forward to you guys. And you are?
Hi, I'm Nova. Nice to meet you.
Ace.
There it is.
You may call me Lady Torres.
Nova,
Yes.
Ace, Lady Torres, would you care to explain to me how you find yourselves in the middle of a Zentarum warehouse with
Well,
bodies all around?
it's a funny story.
I'm not amused, Nova.
It's not that funny. It's
Well-
just...
We kind of stumbled across it looking for a potential kidnap victim. Floon is missing, and we found out that him and Mr. Rain are ever member. I don't fucking know.
Never
Ember.
Never, ever.
Never Ember, never Winter.
Never Ember. We believe that they were stalked by a group of men with the snake symbols, so we came to investigate to try and find them, and we found one, but we still can't find Floon.
And Raynar kind of gives him a little wave. And he, hello, Mr. November. Nice to see you again. Hello, Eustace. Please call me Captain Staggett.
Oh boy.
Hyustus. Staggett. Staget.
Should this be an ally or an enemy?
We'll find out.
We
Who knows?
reports of suspicious activity in the area, and we decided to come and take a peek. This is a known Zentarum warehouse. We've just simply been waiting for a call for the legal excuse to come and search it. It is interesting, though, that you are here. You do not seem to be the typical members of the Zentrum. You do not seem to be typical members of... And he kind of moves over and with his toe just kind of pokes one of the Kenku, who kind of makes a little squeaking noise at him, of one of the Zenithar. So you're here simply on a job.
Certainly, we've been commissioned to solve a mystery.
We're adventurers.
That.
Adventurous.
You know, no, but that's what Volo called it. Me just
Volo. Okay, that is a bit more of an explanation there. Thank you for that bit of a detail.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Volathamp is... It just makes sense that he would have hired Fee for this, rather than going to the City Watch, who should have been contacted in the first place. What? Yes, did you have something to say, Ace?
which we told him to do.
And
we
yet
did.
you took the job anyway.
He refused, and he gave us something that I couldn't refuse, which is money.
He just... All right. Well, considering the situation at hand, the fact that... And he...
Sorry.
It's okay. And he looks over at one of the members who's over looking at the dead bodies and just kind of... And that guy nods. It seems to be just a simple altercation between the Zentrum and the Zenithar Guild, which is, unfortunately, in this part of the city, quite common.
Yeah, they had been dead for a while before we got here, and then these ones jumped us, so we thought we should tie them up.
They tried to kill us, but were unsuccessful. Because we are powerful adventurers.
I'm sure you are.
Because they all stabbed me. A little
can see that.
Yeah. Fucking hurt.
Well, you can be rest assured that the City Watch will take care of these individuals, make sure that they are not on the street anymore. Obviously, stabbings are quite against the law, as is breaking into warehouses without talking to the City Watch. Not all of the City Watch are quite as kind as I am, and I will be so kind as to give you copies of the Code Legal just to make sure that you're not breaking it anymore. And he actually pulls from a little pouch.
Have a pamphlet.
Learn
the rules. That's so passive aggressive. Oh my god.
It is best not to meddle in criminal affairs. This dirty business needs to be left to the City Watch.
Of course. Now, in theory, if a City Watch member were to try to go find, say, maybe like a Zenithar hideout, where would a City Watch member
In theory. Hypothetically speaking.
What Lady Torres is attempting to say, Captain.
You broke Chel!
What Lady Torres is, Captain, look at me. Look at me.
Looking at you.
What Lady Torres is just asking is, we understand that this is within the jurisdiction of the City Watch, but there's, if, for example, Flume Blagmore was able to be returned to Mr. Volok, without the need of the guard having to expend more resources and go through more paperwork than they would like to for this evening, which I'm sure is already stacking up as I look at all of the dead bodies in the room. It would just be a bit more simple if he just found his way home and the guard were just able to deal with All
Keeping the
murders.
citizenry safe as opposed to delving into whatever hellhole might be in the city.
And if a bunch of nobodies end up getting in trouble for it with those people, then that would probably be their problem because they didn't listen to the rules.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
Can he have advantage?
Advantage? If we say, can we give him like that? Please, do the girl like?
You don't have to give me advantage all the time. I gotta do
At
it
this
myself.
point, we kind of do.
I gotta do it myself. I gotta learn to do it myself.
Okay. You'll be a big boy. Put your big boy pants on and do it yourself.
Roll without advantage.
18.
Hey.
Yes.
As an upstanding member of the citizenry here in Waterdeep, I personally do not know any locations that Xanathar guilds could potentially be basing themselves, though, and he looks at Raynar. I think Mr. Neverember may be of more assistance in that area. However, I will look the other way for the moment. In this area, the Dark Ward, simply please, for the love of the gods, keep the blood off the streets.
We didn't really shed that much blood. In fact, most of the blood that was shed was his. No, I'm not saying.
Then a preemptive warning. Keep it out of the public eye. Read that code legal. Memorize it, follow it. We have some things to take care of here. You're free to go.
Okay. Bye. and I'm going to turn to the birds and say, goodbye, lovely bird people. Don't die in jail. And I'm going to skip out.
Okay.
Come on, Vomit Nose. Everybody, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. So you move out of the warehouse. Raynar follows close behind. He actually does not follow close behind. He lingers a moment. Do you guys exit the warehouse?
I would wait for him.
I skipped out.
I'm standing in the doorway between my two girls.
Okay. So he lingers. He actually goes over to the people who are examining all of the Zentarum bodies, the ones that were there when you originally came in, and puts on the noble rich boy charm. That face kind of lights up a bit. He's got the crinkle in his eyes. He's like kind of tilting his head and talking, touching their arm. You can't hear what he's saying. But they eventually nod and gesture. He picks up a rapier and a dagger from the ground and then does kind of like the white man jog back out to you.
Did this man just arm himself? Okay.
Shall we?
Let's get you a bath. You stink like a fish. And I'm pretty sure Nova's probably rather spent at this point.
Quite. I would like a rest. I'm quite exhausted, to be honest.
Wait,
Alright.
let's tell what we learned.
Didn't they say we could have a room at the yawning portal? Am I remembering that incorrectly?
We got a lot of drinks.
I don't know.
I think it was just free drinks. There could have been a room involved. We'll go ask.
We can have a cuddle puddle, rent a room!
Okay.
Sure.
Are you guys gonna head back to the yawning portal then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty late at night at this point. Probably hitting close to 11 p.m. to midnight. Walking through the city streets. There's not too many people out. There's still some people out. It's Waterdeep. This is a city that never sleeps. But you're able to sort of make your way through the streets unbothered. People give you a wide berth. You have a man that smells of rotten fish and vinegar with you. and it also appears now that he's missing a shoe. So he's also walking barefoot on one of his feet. Like, he's just not in a
I
good
will
shape.
pull out the sandals I took. I knew they come in handy.
You're gonna make this man wear out of style sandals.
Just until we get to the yawning portal. He doesn't have a shoe.
Dirty. He does not have a shoe.
He
He does
step in
take
it.
them. He takes them from you, Nova. That was very kind of you there. Love, thank you so much.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Pulls his boot up and puts the sandals on.
There you go. There you go, buddy.
Let's wear some long pants.
But you're able to make your way north in the city. It's actually not as far as you were expecting to move into the castle ward and make your way to the yawning portal, which remains open at all times. You move into the bar itself. There are still people here enjoying their evening. It's late, but it's when you're in a tavern, late doesn't always matter. Taverns are usually where the clientele tend to remain even as time moves on during the day. Durnan is there, moving around the bar. He's actually cleaning up tables and wiping tables off and picking up dishes. You do not see Volo immediately, but you guys are here at the Yawning Portal where you started your adventure.
Alright.
We got rid of the troll carcass, right? That was before we left. That's like
Nova had to lift it because you guys crit failed on your strength check.
Nova had to
Right.
help. I'm with the
And you thought that you were
leverage.
helping, remember? Like, you were
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm helping.
Yeah. Oh.
Do we see Volo?
No, you do not. You
I
do
will-
see Durnan, though.
I will go ask
Okay.
Durnan if we could get a couple rooms and a place for Raynar to clean up.
Yeah, absolutely. Did I give Durnan a British accent? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He talks a little bit like me. He's
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a bathhouse, and I can give you a couple of rooms. How many rooms?
2? 2 rooms? Why are you giving me that look, Ace?
I'm a big guy. I need a big bed.
All right. 3 rooms, please.
Can you just
All right.
make it 4 rooms?
Oh, yeah. All right, you've got 4 rooms then.
I'll pay for it.
Okay, just a silver per room.
Oh.
4 silver.
Here you go for silver.
Easy enough. And you said Raynar needs a place to bathe. We do have
Yes.
bathroom. There's a few baths in there, but it's a communal bath, so you're going to need to share or wait your turn. There are a few tubs in there. That's fine. That's perfectly agreeable.
Alright. Have you seen Volo around today?
He's got a room. Probably sleeping.
Uh,
I could get him for you if
yes,
you'd like
please.
to.
Yes, please.
All right. He deposits the dishes that he was currently holding behind the bar underneath and probably some sort of bucket and heads upstairs and then upstairs again to the 3rd floor. And he's gone for a minute.
Is there someone who's still left that can give me alcohol?
Yeah, there are runners around.
Okay. I'll get some whiskey. Do they got Fireball whiskey? Drinking Fireball whiskey?
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
Yes, you can get something very similar to Fireball whiskey. It's actually called Dragon's Breath whiskey.
Dragon's
Hell
Breath.
yeah.
I'll get
Raynar.
I'll get 2 of those, and I pour a little bit on like a napkin. I like put that on the like gash stab wound in my thigh.
Okay.
we'll
And
do
drinks
that.
are still free.
Drinks.
To you, Lady Torres, he looks. Yes, dear. What is it?
What do you want to drink? You've had a very long day. Days. I don't know however long it was, but we have free drinks, so tell us what you want and we'll get it for you.
I am partial to wine.
Me too.
Barmaid, some wine, please?
Why don't you go take a bath and we'll get the drinks set up for you when you come back down?
All right. Thank you, dear. And he smiles. And it's a very, like... He's the kind of man who very much makes you feel like you are the center of attention at any point that he is looking at you. His eyes are very, like, they bore deep into your soul. He's very handsome and very
So you say.
conventional,
So you say.
Yes.
You're speaking my
This-
language.
Just put this man in a room with Mr. Corin Arminius, and they can just have a whole little talk.
You don't need to insult Corin even in a campaign that he's not even in.
I'm not insulting him. I'm saying they're both just so fucking great that I would love to see which one makes the other feel more at home.
That's actually a lie. Corin is in this campaign. He's just not here. Okay, so he exits after making Nova feel very special and goes to take his bath. You guys are brought your drinks that are still free because you are heroes of the day.
Can I pull
that's
out the 5 pieces of parchment and maybe like do like an Arcana check or something to see how I think this thing works?
Yeah. Actually, there is a mechanic in D&D where you do not necessarily need to have identify in order to identify an item.
Okay.
You take the time during a short rest to examine it, experiment with it,
Sure.
etc. You can
Like
take
a
the time
tuning.
to also essentially it's like a
Okay.
tuning, but you're using that time instead to identify
Okay,
the
I'll do that.
properties of the item.
Okay.
So you are taking this time, we'll call it a short rest basically, as you guys are sitting here and
check it
drinking and talking.
Sure.
So you're more than welcome to also roll hit die if you choose,
I don't need
or you guys can choose to take a long rest. It's entirely up to you guys.
I will roll a hit die.
Okay.
But can we talk at this time?
Yeah, absolutely. It just needs to be low key activity. You can't be like taking big actions. You can sit and you can talk and you can do other things. But
Because Sarah would just kind of... I like to imagine I'm sitting in between you two. I don't know.
Of course you are.
But he's just kind of looking from one shoulder to the other, and he's just like, you two are a lot of trouble. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing, but you're a lot of trouble, and you all seem to have little tricks. It's very interesting.
I'm sure you've got some tricks up your sleeve.
I only got the one, and I'll cast Mage Hand and kind of like teasingly pull her wine away with it.
Ooh,
That's a
that
neat
could
one.
come in handy.
Handy.
Normally, it's just a little bit more of, rather than the... I don't think that I can do anything else besides that. But good work in there.
You too, dear.
If only we had tricks to figure out where these Xanathars are hidden.
Are we really going to be getting all involved with that? These gangs, huh?
I think well, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I like money. And I would like to help Volo. He's very strange and I like it.
Spoken like a true adventurer.
Gee.
Is that what we are? I don't think that's what we are.
I don't think that's what we are. We're just sort of group of people, like, drink and sometimes break into it.
You can be whatever you want to be. Do what makes your heart sing, Nova.
But I got to admit, we kind of worked pretty well together. It was kind of nice. Don't normally roll with other people. I've kind of been on my own for a while.
Yes.
It's been nice.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Oh, this fucking stings though, still. It's better, but God, it still stings.
Sorry, I can't. I don't have anything else to help you with that.
No,
I'm a
it's
little
just
tapped.
normally when I was in the proving grounds, I was kind of encased in a little bit of a shell of metal. That was the first time that someone actually, got me pretty good. Yeah, Stab right in...
Yeah, you do have a habit of running into the fray, and yet your entire torso is exposed. I mean, so is mine, sort of, down here, but I don't really like to run up into stabby bird people.
Ace, you do know that sleep heals anything painful we go through, so the act of sleeping is really just the physical act of healing, so maybe just a long rest, and I feel like you'll be better in the morning.
I probably will, but normally I can kind of bounce back from a bad hit or two, and kind of keep going. I just sort of... That was the first time I think that someone was actually actively trying to kill me, and I got to admit, it's kind of exciting. Actually.
Well, if you like the excitement of being in the fracas of lethal combat, then maybe we should take these ingots of metal tomorrow or another day, and maybe we can sell them, and then maybe we can buy you some armor so that
I
they
second.
don't stab you
Yes.
in the chest and make you bleed out.
As
in
much
5
as we
seconds.
both enjoy the view, we don't enjoy seeing you bleed from it.
How about a chainmail bikini?
Ooh!
Well, I don't know. I can maybe I can just start with something a little bit. Oh, we'll see.
Even a bit of leather armor. Look, and I'll open up my jacket, and there's like some leather, like padding.
Yeah, mine too.
It doesn't look like I'm wearing armor, but in fact, I am.
Get some studded leather. That's usually the better way to go.
I'm starting to see that you two seem to have a little bit more experience in this than me.
I don't normally need to use it in my line of work, but it is nice when you're traveling, and I mean, I have been jumped before, so it's always just a nice precaution to have, and especially if we're going to be doing adventuring, I think that is something you should look into, dear.
Well, he kind of like rubs that kind of like exposed pectoral a bit. He's just kind of like, well, the good thing about these is if these are taking the hits, then you two aren't. And that's a lot better.
Oh, he's so sweet.
I know.
I'm gonna give him a little kiss on his cheek.
I will do it on the other side at the same time.
I'm like 5 feet tall, so I have to like go up.
He'll slam and get him off chicks. No, but probably I should if we're gonna keep on doing this, I should probably try to get something that's a little bit more stab proof. You're not wrong. But I would like it to breathe a little bit.
Oh yes, it's very important to let everything breathe. You don't want to get vinegary under there.
Ew.
That's disgusting. Besides, the nice thing about my complexion is they don't actually get to see me bleed. So we're going to be down soon. But
yes, before I get completely trashed, because that's happening very soon. What's our plan? Do we have a plan? Do we have an order of operations of what we're going to do tomorrow to save the city and Floon?
Well, first, I want to, figure out what these papers are. Maybe we can get some information out of them?
Maybe. Although they look
They look like paper, Nova!
Yes, but they're enchanted with some sort of magic.
Oh, that's what you saw.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of invisible ink or something.
Maybe.
That'd be kind of funny. I heard, squeeze a lemon on it.
Maybe if you write on it, it'll write back to you.
Maybe it'll talk. I'm sorry, I don't really know how it works.
I'll figure it out. Guess we just wait for Raynar to finish his bath and maybe pick his brain a little bit.
Yeah.
While you guys are talking, you can see Durnan has actually started to walk down the stairs. He's alone, but he's walking kind of down the spiral steps, and he's sort of walks past the table that you guys are sitting at, and he kind of shrugs, like, the man apparently has to get ready before he can see his visitors, so he will be a moment, but I did fetch him for you.
Thank you.
How are your beverages?
Lovely.
Oh, the divine.
Do you need a refill?
Yes,
he turns
please.
to Lady Torres and smiles. I will send someone over. You may continue with the whole free drinks sort of deal for the duration of your stay. Do not worry about it. Assistance earlier was Greatly appreciated. For now, however, I must continue tending to the bar. So have a wonderful evening. Mr. Volathamp should be joining you shortly.
Thanks.
Thank
Kay.
you, Dernan. I like your mustache. Goodbye.
Shall I go by a little bit more?
And he waves a bit as he leaves.
You think I could probably? Do you think that I should sort of like get mine a little bit more like his?
I think you should maybe just let the whole thing grow out a little bit more, and then maybe. Well, yes, but then you'll have quite a canvas to work with, shearing away at the hairs like an artiste, the brush on the canvas.
All right.
Oh, I could. If you grow really long, I could braid it for you and put little beads in it.
We'll talk. I don't know how fast it grows yet.
That's weird.
I'll tell you about it when you another time. I'll drink more whiskey.
That's a whiskey.
Nova.
Take a little bit more whiskey.
Going crazy.
A runner, actually the same one that you spoke with the earlier, sir, the red-headed woman who wasn't too amused by your attempts at flattery, is who comes over to refill your beverages.
Madam,
Yes,
what's your name?
Liara.
Oh, what a lovely name. Thanks for refilling our drinks. What's your favorite kind of leaf?
My favorite kind of leaf. That's a strange question that I'll admit that I've never been asked. I see you, Dylan.
I also see you, Chel.
Willow trees. The leaves from willow trees. Sure, that.
A kindred spirit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is the free fill all you need? And apparently a strange question.
Did we get an extra glass of wine to hold for Rainy?
Yeah, you've got a glass of red for Mr. Neverember.
I would lean forward a little bit and kind of look at Liara, and I would just kind of say, "No, I think that we're all doing perfectly fine over here, but I appreciate the conversation."
Well, hun, I do have a job to do, but
Of course,
And you do it well.
thank
very
you.
well.
She pinches your cheeks, sir, as she walks away. As you watch her walk away.
I hate seeing her go, but I love watching her leave.
I'm very interested in how this is going to develop. You know, she likes willow trees. That's my favorite kind of tree, too. Maybe we should ask her to come with us to kill the Xanathar or whatever we're doing in this guild.
Maybe you should drink a little bit slower. And
I
get
think
some
she
water.
could probably kick your ass and kick the ass of every Xanathar guild member.
Yeah, probably. She seems like a tough lass. What I like a tough lass.
As you guys are finishing up this particular part of your conversation, a much cleaner Raynar appears from the side of the tavern and makes his way over to you. He has his hair down, and his hair now not being in a ponytail, it's very, very curly and it's very long. It goes down to probably just below his shoulder blades, and he's keeping it down currently. His clothes appear to have been laundered, whether magically or not, you're not sure, but because it was a very short amount of time, probably some sort of magic involved. But he sits down at the seat that you guys have saved for him that has the red wine in front of it, takes it, kind of takes a sip. It's a very sort of drink. Like he's been in a closet for a couple of days, probably.
Does he do the sniff, the swirl? He sips
it's
it, kind of swirls it in his mouth.
You have to
Not
aerate.
magic.
You have to aerate it.
Yeah.
Hints of licorice dancing upon the tongue.
So he takes a drink and he sets it down. We were supposed to meet Mysticwater, correct?
He's getting ready.
Getting ready. It's midnight.
You know, nothing should ever come in the way of high fashion, Mr. Neverember.
I'll take that statement to heart. I'm so sorry to have potentially offended you, dear.
Oh, not at all.
She's just prissy.
You're not wrong.
So you guys wait a little bit longer. Probably another 20 minutes or so that you guys are sitting here and drinking, nursing your drinks before.
While waiting,
one-
does the
Yeah.
parchments make sense at all? Or do I have to wait
It's
longer?
going to take, it has to be the entire short rest. So
Okay.
it's going to take about an hour before you are to a point where you're able to kind of ascertain exactly what these parchment are and what they can do. So, but a one Mr. Volathamp Gedarm begins to make his way down the stairs in much the same fashionable, almost Shakespearean garb that you saw him in before. His mustache has been expertly manicured. His hat that he was wearing, that really big, like floppy sort of hat that kind of moved down his back that he was wearing, the poofy sleeves, the striped pants, the belts, whole 9 yards. At midnight in this tavern, makes his way down the stairs, and he pulls a chair up and uncomfortably squeezes himself in between Nova and Sir.
He's really being that person right now.
We're both like,
Welcome back. I see you have a redhead, not the redhead.
yeah.
Waves. But so what's happening? What's going on?
First of all, you look absolutely dashing.
Oh, thank you, dear. I do try.
Second of all, we know where he is, but not actually where he is. We have to figure out the where specifically, which we're working on. But we need to rest. It's been a long night.
Do explain how you can know where he is, but not
All right.
where he is.
Your friend Floon was
Who waves
taken.
again? Or not Floon, Raynar waves.
Your friend Floon was taken along with Mr. Raynar here. It looks sort of similar. Unfortunately, when we went to where they were taken, we only found the one because Floon was taken again because they think that Floon is Raynar and Raynar is Floon. So
It seems the Zens took them first, and then the Xanathars came and kidnapped them again. Right?
the one.
The one.
Yeah, they thought
Yeah.
they think that they had him
So you know
But
that
they
he's
have-
actually kidnapped. I was right.
for a second time.
For a second time.
I was right.
He was doubly kidnapped, which means you were doubly right. Or you were not right at all.
We should maybe get double pay. But we'll talk about that later. The thing is, so we know who has them, but we don't know where these people go.
We assume it's at the Xanathar's hideout, but we don't know where that hideout is. Hence, we know where he is, but not
But
where
not
he is.
where he is.
Where
Thank you,
he
Nova. You're so supportive. I love you.
Okay, so you've come here to rest and to update me.
Mhm.
What is your next step?
Well,
Next goal? Your next venture in this?
You write a lot about a city. Thought maybe you would. You're making a face like you have no idea where we should look next.
I write a lot about a city, but I don't go to Xanathar hideouts.
But do you know where a likely location for a Xanathar hideout would be?
I don't. I'm sorry.
What about you, Raynar? Do you have an idea? You've been in this city since a child.
I don't personally have an idea, but I do potentially know someone that you could speak with who could know.
All right.
And I can facilitate that meeting if you would like.
Wonderful.
Am I accepting this job?
Wouldn't happen to be a flower shop, would it?
It.
Throwback.
Throwback.
You guys are dorks.
Well, when life hands you lemons.
Dark it up. Let's go.
I would expect that hopefully that meeting could be organised with a little bit of haste, since we are sort of on a time sensitive.
Tomorrow morning would be nice because I would like some sleep, please, because I'm really tapped out.
Maybe like late morning tomorrow, so we can go and try to get something to reduce the likelihood of stabbing.
Right.
I'm sure that the foreseeable future does not have a lot of stabbing in mind for me.
We infiltrate one hideout, you get stabbed. We infiltrate a second hideout, you're going to get stabbed again.
Stab me once, full on me. No, full on, shame on you. Stab me twice, shame on me. I'm expecting it this time. They won't get the jump on me.
Right, and the best way for them to not get the jump on you and stab you is if they stab armor first, instead of your bare nipples.
I won't say no to that.
Must protect nipples at all costs.
I'm not looking for any new piercings.
Nova plays with her lip piercing idly at that spot.
I really want to give Sir a titty twister, but I won't.
Don't touch my titty.
Don't touch my titty, please. I could definitely facilitate this meeting. I can take the evening to set it up. He's kind of notoriously difficult to find, but I can do it.
Oh, we got you a room, and I will hand him the room key.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Actually, it's easier to stay in this part of the city for now then, especially considering I'm going to be finding this individual for you. He goes by the name of Mert.
Tentatively.
Have I heard of Mert before? I haven't been in the city super long, but do I know him?
Roll a history check.
Oh god! Okay. That's actually pretty good. A history check. 18.
That's not too bad. This name is familiar to you, actually. It's usually followed by the moniker Mert the Merciless.
Ooh.
He's made kind of a name for himself in the city of Waterdeep as an adventurer. Or at least a former adventurer. He is rather wealthy now and spends his time, to put it kindly, he is quite the philanderer. The womanizer.
All right. We can handle that.
He does have quite the reputation as also being a pretty ruthless adventurer in his past. So, kind of a local celebrity, similar on the wavelength of Volo being a bit of a local celebrity, having written all of his books.
But like positive fame. I mean, your name is the Merciless. Is it infamy or fame?
It's not.
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
The sort of adventurer that kind of like rides the line a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the line between hero and murder hobo.
Does slightly more good than bad.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not and he doesn't have a relation or a reputation for being a bad guy necessarily.
Okay. He's just a tough piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. All these people probably make me seem like a weak bitch.
Only when you fall on your butt.
My fragile masculinity.
My fragile masculinity.
That's fine.
So,
Right.
I could potentially set up a meeting. He's got, we'll say, contacts within the city that he could potentially know of a Zenitha hideout within the area of Candle Lane or the surrounding vicinity.
And you trust this person?
Unequivocally.
That's a good word.
That's the golden dragon word of the day. It is.
It's a very good word.
So, tomorrow... Yes, can we have the meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll set it up. I can depart shortly after I finish the wine that you got me.
Well, if you need to take a nap, we got you a room just in case. Although you probably have a house you could go to.
Probably.
I do have
But
a
if you
house.
want to spend time with your new friends, you have a room here.
The thought of getting me a room here was very kind.
I do have a question for you, Mr. Rayner, Mr. Neverember.
Yes.
Upon your leaving of that warehouse, I saw that you were talking with some of the guard, the city watch, rather. And you took some weapons with you. I hope that you're not trying to plan on anything that would get you back into danger, since we worked so hard to get you safe.
I had thought that I could perhaps tag along with you to retrieve Mr. Floon. I see that...
If you come with us and you get killed, is your father going to kill us?
I wouldn't know. I haven't spoken with my father in years, and for all I care, he can go fall in a lake.
Excellent.
But
I mean, the captain did kind of give us a pass, and Raynar was with us when he gave us the pass. I don't see why he couldn't come along.
And I saw that face that you were making. Sir, you said your name was?
I use a lot.
Ace. I see a
Ace.
couple of names being used. Ace. That face that you were making, Ace, you have to understand that, yes, I probably should not assist. However, Mr. Floon was taken because of his resemblance to me, and you need to understand that the level of guilt and responsibility that puts on me as a person to make sure that he is okay and is retrieved with as little harm done as possible. I can use a sword. I am trained. I can prove it to you if you'd like.
Oh, stab him again!
Yes!
Whose side are you on?
I was speaking more of a sparring match, but I could just straight out stab you if you'd like
No, a
to.
sparring match would be lovely to watch.
Oh, would
I
it, dear?
agree.
You could
Fine.
protect
Yes,
your fragile masculinity.
Stand up.
Hell yeah!
He's gonna be like level 7.
He's level 20, just knocks you out with one.
I'm not
Your
in the
words,
middle
dear.
of I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't do. But I don't like to turn down the request of a nice lady. So, in a more fitting environment, sure, fine. Or with Dernan's permission.
You could ask his permission if you'd like.
I really...
These lovely women are waiting with bated breath, it seems.
Dernan!
What?
Can Raina and I hit each other with swords a bit in here with your permission? Non-fatally.
Clear a couple of tables. Make sure there's no one sitting around you. Do whatever you want. Just don't die.
Well, I hear. All right. I take a table and I like look at the three of you, and I pull it behind me and just purposefully make it just.
Volo, who's still sitting with you guys, is just watching.
I'll get up and shoo people off. Shoo! Shoo! A show is about to start! Get out of the way!
Is Raynar's not wearing armor. He was just wearing. Okay, fine.
It's
so
a fair
I'm not
fight.
gonna It's fair.
Oh
He
no!
has a dagger and a rapier.
I don't know how good you're going to do with a little pin needle of a sword like that.
But I'll pull the whole gentleman's razor out.
And he kind of. Well, we shall see then, shan't we?
Not compensating for anything.
No, you sure aren't.
It's just a reflection. It is proportional.
I mean, we did roll for that, didn't we?
I think we did offline. Yeah, we did.
Okay. Am I going to fight Raynar? I guess.
Apparently.
I'm doing it just because they want me to.
Hell yeah! This is why the girls in trouble.
Sure, it had
This
nothing.
is exactly
It had
what-
absolutely nothing to do with the fragile masculinity comment. Not at all.
Nope.
I'm gonna sit next to Nova and kind of have I'm leaning on my knees and we're like, we should have had them rub body oil on the chest before they did this.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead and just roll a d20. We're rolling for initiative technically, but there's only
Missed
2 of you,
opportunity.
so we're determining who's just going first.
Okay, so am I not adding my initiative score?
No, you can add your initiative score. It's not
11.
14.
He is a little bit more dexterous, it seems.
Yes, he certainly is. So you guys have managed to clear out enough tables to make room for a little bit of a sparring match here in the middle of the yawning portal.
I'll undo my robe cardigan thing, so it's full bare chest, and I'll tie the sleeves around my waist.
I'll pull out a
I don't
healer's
I
kit
don't want him to rip it.
and put the healer's kit on the table, just waiting.
I don't want him to rip my clothes. I paid money for those.
I feel like Pepe Le Pew tongue roll on the ground hard eyes right now.
Okay. So, in a very stereotypical fencing stance with the hand on the hip and the rapier out, he rolls a 16 to hit.
Yeah, armor class is just 11.
Yes, I know.
He's gonna take me down in one hit, guys.
I think he actually might do that.
I only have...
It's 10 piercing damage.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
I'm still up.
Okay. So with a flourish of a very well-trained swordsman, he moves forward and stabs you.
Oh!
And immediately sort of dodges out of the way.
Damn! Little prick! Alright.
Just a pin needle, is it?
I knew that would come back and haunt him.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Okay.
So I can get a D10 back.
This is why you didn't use it before. You were saving it for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I only get 3 HP back.
Glug.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough. Okay. I'm gonna try and attack him with my giant greatsword.
Okay.
I'll spin it the other way and I'll hit him with the non-sharpened end of it. So non-fatal.
So
damage,
bludgeoning
obviously.
instead of...
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Yeah. I'll be nice.
Decapitate him in the bar.
He's very clearly doing non-fatal damage too. He didn't stab you straight in the gut. It was
to the side,
right for the kidneys.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
16.
16 hits.
All
Because
right.
he's not currently wearing his armor.
This is the 2d6. Ooh, I rolled almost max. 11 plus 3. 14.
Okay. He moves to sort of try to do this, almost bending backwards into a bridge, sort of flourish to duck out of the way, but he doesn't get there in time, and you manage to graze and smack him in the shoulder, basically, and he kind of shoves him to the side a bit. He is a tall man. He is not as beefy as you. He is very slight, very muscular still, but slighter. So you can push him around a bit. You've knocked him around.
Damn, he is a higher level because 14 would take out any other person.
Literally any other level 1.
Okay.
So he uses him being knocked kind of out of place. So he gets knocked and his shoulder kind of moves like this, and he uses it to do a kind of a spin and a flourish to get back on his feet and stab out at you again with a God, I am gay and I can't do math.
Yes, there it is!
Oh.
That's my favorite line. I'm using it everywhere, Chel. I love it.
Roll a 1, damn it.
I actually did roll a 1. So it's 5 piercing damage.
No!
5. He's a 4. I'm not going to say you go unconscious because you guys are fighting a non-fatal battle.
He probably gets you right at the throat.
Yeah, he turns and with he kind of takes that rapier and puts it like under your chin, right at your neck, and it's just touching. It's not comfortable, the poke that he's doing, but it's definitely not piercing. But he's got this kind of just like very sly like grin on his face.
Mr. Neverember.
Yay!
Oh, got him.
It's alright, sir. We still love you.
Well played, Ace. And I will
was
go
also-
over and start
I was
bandaging.
also stabbed like I was stabbed like 3 times before today, so you're good. No, you're good. Really good.
All of that to prove the point that I can be of assistance. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I believed you. I'd just like to give my girls a little bit of a show. One day I'll win. I do win fights, you know.
And
I have a coin that proves it.
Reynard takes the sword away from Sir's neck, turns around, kind of a spin on the ball of his toes to see you guys. And Vola was like clapping along with you.
That's 2 times I've made myself look like an ass in here.
He doesn't have a scabbard
crown shoes.
because he doesn't have a scabbard because these are just swords that he picked up from the Zentrum bodies. So he moves over and kind of just sets it down on the table and takes that wine that he hadn't finished yet and knocks all of it back.
I'll take a piece of the bandage and help Raynar with his as well.
Okay.
I'll put my clothes
It's
back
just a healer's kit. It's not going to give them HP, but it's going
That's fine.
to like just make sure it's not going to get infected.
Yeah, no, that's totally okay.
Alright.
You are good with the sword, though. I'm just far more dexterous than you.
Yeah, I'm not one for all the little finessey movements. I just like to hit really, really hard. It's
You
worked
know,
out for me most of the
sir,
time.
there are some who say that it's not the size of the sword that matters, but the motion of the swinging.
Ocean?
I pull the little trigger on the handle for it, and so it unlatches, and I pull out the smaller blade inside of it, and I go, I know.
Well played.
And I slot it back in.
So if you'd like me to come with you, I will.
Yes.
I am a trained swordsman.
Clearly.
New friends!
How much HP did he have?
More than you could knock out in one
More than
hit.
you.
Okay.
More than you.
Alright. He's a high level. I get it. It's fine.
I get it. It's fine.
Everyone in here is like level 15. It's fine.
the Liara the barmaid is actually level 20.
Knock you on your ass again.
Or you know, like
He's not
level
level 20.
A level like 11 or
She's
something.
level 30. Right, so...
I
Okay.
appreciate the drink. Appreciate the fun. But I have a contact to find for you, so I think I will go and do that and make sure that that meeting is able to be set up. So I shall meet you here in the morning?
Yes, sounds good.
Alright.
Thank you, dear.
Before you go, Reynard,
Yes.
what's your favorite leaf?
My favorite leaf.
Yes.
I am partial to the fern plant that I have in my office, so we shall say a fern.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. I shall see you all tomorrow. Sleep well.
Tatty bye.
And he exits.
Why don't you ask me what my favorite leaf is?
I was going to, but you're impatient, so now I don't want to know.
I've known you longer than all of the other people that you have asked that question to.
It's a matter of timing.
He's just a bit
It's a
jealous, that's
clover.
all.
It's a clover leaf, by the way. It's a clover leaf.
I did not consent to receiving that information, but thank you anyway.
I did not consent to receiving the information. Oh my god.
So Volo, who's still sitting there? Well, I appreciate the update, the information. If there's anything else that you need, I will be here in the yawning portal. I will leave you to argue about leaves. To go sleep.
I apologise that you had to get all gussied up for just a little bit of talking.
There is no event that I would not get gussied up for.
I've heard that it's actually sort of, have you heard the word, pooned? To get pooned.
Oh my.
Well, sort of to get all sort of dressed up garishly.
Wow.
I heard that the other day.
Where did you hear that? It's a word that I shall use from now on. Thank you.
Old dragon
He will
word of the day.
exit, tip the brim of his weird hat, and he will go back up to sleep.
Why is this beefling such a freaking idiot?
I love him.
All right. Nova, you at this point would have gotten the information that you were hoping to get from your parchment.
Oh.
So in trying to sort of figure out what this parchment that you found that has this enchantment magic on it is, you are taking it and moving it around, examining it, feeling it, trying to see if there's any sort of maybe hidden ink on it. And as you're kind of moving it around, sniffing it, listening to it, I'm just kidding. You begin to sort of make a fold in it. And as you make this fold, the paper begins to start folding itself.
Ooh.
And as it is folding itself, it folds itself into a paper crane shape. And that paper crane begins to flutter its wings.
Oh, fascinating.
This is a communication system. You can write messages on these pieces of parchment, fold them into the cranes, tell them where to go, and they will deliver the message.
Ooh.
All right.
Do you let us know?
Yeah, I'm explaining as I'm fiddling with it what I think it does.
And there's like a little paper crane flying just like in front of you guys. It doesn't have a message on it, and it has not been instructed to go anywhere, so it's not leaving.
Do you tell it to go to a place, or do you tell it to go to a person?
You could do either.
Either?
Could we tell it to go to Flume?
Potentially. I'm not sure if it would know where to go, though.
What happens if it encounters like a closed door and it can't?
You want me
actually-
to go up to my room and tell it to go find me?
I mean, sure.
Are we going to waste it?
Do I think if I write and send it, that wastes the communication?
Yeah, it
Okay.
would.
Or is it already
theoretically-
wasted because I have already turned it into...
No,
okay.
it's not already wasted, but writing a message on it, essentially you have 5 uses because you have 5 pieces of parchment.
Okay.
So that would use up one of the pieces.
Then let's save it, and I will kind of catch it and unfold it and put the paper in my bag.
Right.
Well, that could be very useful. You never know. Okay. Ow.
Well,
Stab myself with my pen.
fellow adventurers, I think I'm going to retire for the evening.
Really, you don't want 3 more glasses of wine?
No, but your tall drink of water I wouldn't mind having a sip of. Good night.
take it.
Well, this tall drink of water is going to lay down for a well-deserved nap. I've been stabbed more times today than in my entire life, I'm quite sure.
Sure, dear. You go ahead and get some rest. And if you ever need some dream interpretation, just ask.
All right, but not tonight.
Fine.
Aren't you peeking?
I need your permission. I can't peek. That's how it works.
Nah, he would do an insight check. He believes everything you say. Yeah, I'll go to my room.
You've done this before. You know she needs your permission because she's read you before.
Yeah, you would know.
Okay. You could have been lying the whole time.
I could have.
That is true. You could have been lying the whole time.
I could have.
He's very gullible, though, so he believes anything that you say.
Oh, buddy.
Passive insight of 8.
Hell yeah. Passive insight of 21.
I think mine's 11. Yeah.
So you all gonna go to sleep, Nova?
Yeah. I would.
Okay.
I would eventually go to bed.
I'm gonna lock my door, and I'm gonna take off my wig,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take off all of my makeup.
Okay.
And I'm just going to open up my locket as I sit on my bed and look out the window at the moon. And I'm just gonna talk about what happened today. And then I'm gonna kiss it. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Sounds good. You may all reset your hit points and your abilities.
Hell yeah. Long rest. Take a long rest.
Yep.
D&D Beyond's so cool.
Yeah. D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, guys.
All right. So you wake up in the morning. What is everybody doing?
Putting on my disguise again.
Okay.
I'm doing a card reading before I go downstairs.
All right.
Just for
Sounds
the
good.
day.
I'm getting dressed and...
In what? Their clothes!
I only have one outfit, so I guess the same outfit as yesterday.
Oh, speaking of outfits, oh my god. I need to pick one.
Downstairs for breakfast.
Okay. Heading downstairs, sir, you are able to see in this very, very busy tavern atmosphere now, considering it is the morning. There's quite a few individuals actually bustling around, early drinkers even. But you do see, as you're moving through the bar, Raynar Neverember sitting at a table drinking a cup of coffee. This time, he is actually wearing leather armor. He has his hair back up in a ponytail, leather armor, rapier, a nicer rapier, actually, on his belt and a scabbard.
Yeah. I don't think I brought the giant sword downstairs.
Okay, that's fine.
At least for right now. It's locked in the room though. Is Nova down? No, the girls aren't down.
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Is that lovely runner Liara around?
You don't see her currently. It is a very busy tavern, though, so you could potentially see her soon.
It's okay. I'll sit with Raynar.
Okay.
You look like you made it home all right, Mr. Neverember.
Made it home just fine, yes. Was able to speak to my contact. I do have a meeting set up for you all this morning.
Right.
It is all right to be fashionably late with this man, however, so don't feel too rushed.
All right. You mean in like an hour, 2 hours, or what's the specific time?
Kind of told him late morning, probably. So anywhere in that time frame. He's not one to keep an eye on the clock, though. So
I'm sure Lady
Like I said.
Torres will be able to find her way downstairs within that time.
I'm in my room picking out my outfit, putting on my makeup and my wig.
Did you bring like a suitcase here?
I literally spent like 50 gold on different fancy clothes sets so that I could change my outfit whenever I wanted
She
to.
did.
Okay.
Okay, I'll come down eventually, and I have like a really, really cute Lolita dress on with like long gloves and like long stockings, but I'm still wearing my combat boots, and it's like kind of like that seafoam color that's like a Luna moth, and it has the fabric has little Luna moths on it, and I look really cute. Good morrow, friends.
Good morning, sunshine. You look lovely.
Thank you. I know.
Have you seen Miss Nova?
Nope.
Alright.
Yeah, I think Nova takes a little bit longer than normal to come down.
That's fine.
If I'm able to grab the attention of a runner while they're kind of going back and forth, I would like some like coffee and bacon.
Breakfast.
You are actually able to get the attention of Liara. You see her moving through the bar, dining room area, looking very tired. She was working very late last night too, but she is interacting and speaking with some of the patrons, stopping and talking to what appears to be people that she knows. But you're able to kind of wave her down and order your coffee and your food.
It's totally just like bacon sausage. It's like straight protein.
Okay. And she also asks if there's anything else that Torres or Raynar would want, and he says, "No, thank you. Just the coffee, love. That's fine."
Just some toast, please.
Okay. And so she goes off.
She's been working way too much. She was here too late, and she's here too early.
She comes back eventually with your plate of breakfast, sausage and bacon, some toast for Lady Torres, coffee for the both of you. Anything else for you guys?
Do we know what Noah likes to have for breakfast?
Well, I was going to say, one of our companions is probably going to be down in a bit. Maybe just do you have possibly maybe a fruit juice or just a cup of water for her? So
Yeah,
she has
absolutely. I can bring you something, and you can always order anytime I'll be around.
Thanks, Miss Liara.
You're welcome. She sings back at you as she walks away.
I love her.
But you are here at a table with Raynar.
I think we will kind of probably be chit-chatting and just wait for Nova.
Nova probably takes at least an extra...
After doing your card reading, Nova, you can eventually come down.
It should be about 30 minutes later than she normally would.
Okay. So it's taken some time for Nova to join you then.
Yeah,
Does she look disheveled or weird?
Yeah, I
Does
think
she look disheveled or
she
weird?
looks worried.
Okay.
But sits down with them and doesn't really say anything.
How did you sleep?
Same as always.
Then why does your face look like that?
What does my face look like?
You probably never noticed it, but your eyes, you kind of get this little wrinkle right there whenever you're thinking a lot.
Oh,
And you keep doing it, and you kind of have your brow all every once in a while.
It does make that noise, exactly.
Raynar interrupts for a sec. I can maybe go get you some breakfast from the bar if you'd like to speak with your companions alone.
No, I'm not hungry. It's okay, thank you, though. No, it's just the card reading this morning is a little unnerving, that's all.
What did it say?
Both cards I pulled were fairly negative. The card I pulled for myself was a reverse 7 of Pentacles, and it just warns of being too hasty and approaching something that we might not be ready for. And the second card I pulled in general for the day for all of us was the Devil card, and I don't think I need to explain that to show that it's a not good omen.
What's wrong with the little devil?
Well, when it comes to the cards, it's not a healthy omen.
We'll be careful.
I think we just need to be treading a little more carefully than we did yesterday, that's all.
Alright.
Just a gut feeling.
It's important to listen to your gut feelings.
It's nice that her gut feelings come with little pictures.
Yeah, those aren't really nice pictures, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If it looked like you, it'd be a lot more inviting, but it doesn't.
You two flatter me too much. I'm eventually going to just turn into a puddle. Have something to drink, at least.
All right,
We got you.
I'll drink.
Something.
I'm not hungry, though. She doesn't eat. She lost her appetite the moment she woke up. She's like, nope, not eating. It warns on overindulgence, so she's not gonna eat.
Whenever you're ready, I can take you along.
I wish this toast had sprinkles on it.
Do we want to get any of our work done? Or would we like to speak to Raynor's contact? He said that we don't necessarily have to be on time. We have a little bit of leeway. And he's not even here yet, so we're ready.
Where are we meeting him, Raynor?
I told him to meet us here.
Oh, okay.
Should we go and take care of those bars of metal?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we could at least get that exchanged, and then we
I
can get...
do love seeing Sir's biceps flex under the weight of them, but I worry that, well, he won't be able to protect himself if he's protecting little bars of silver.
And we don't want those pecs to be destroyed, so let's make sure they're protected.
Save a titty, everyone.
Must protect at all costs.
Add your proficiency bonus. Save a titty.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Where are you heading?
We'll find a blacksmith, maybe?
Yeah, maybe one that will offer a discount or coin for these ingots so that we're not carrying around however much this weighs with us.
Yeah,
we'll try to trade and hopefully that covers the cost of whatever armor Sir wants, and maybe get some extra coin too because it's a lot of silver.
Okay.
Who knows?
So what sort of place are you guys looking for? Do you know what to look for?
Place that makes armor.
We go back to the person that made my sword.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so that would be then, if you would like to head to the person that made your sword, that would be someone in the southern ward, actually. Basically on the edge of the southern ward and the trade ward, kind of where they meet.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go
You
there.
guys are currently in the castle ward. So there's some traveling that would need to take place. Or at least through the city, not travel. But in Waterdeep, you are more than welcome to walk. But the city itself is extremely busy. There are what's called drays, D-R-A-Y-S, that are essentially
taxis
that are pulled by horses.
Yeah.
Double-decker buses from London, but they're pulled by horses.
Yeah.
So that is something that you could choose to do that would bring you through the city probably in about half as much time.
Let's do
It
that.
generally takes 15 to 20 minutes per ward to walk through.
Okay.
So it would take you roughly 40 to an hour to get there without the dray.
We're draining it.
We're draining
And can I just say that I took my blade with I went back upstairs. And
Yeah,
got my blade.
absolutely.
Okay.
Raynar says, I will wait here for the contact just in case he arrives while you are gone. But like I said, take your time. He does not mind waiting.
Okay, thanks, Rainy. Bye.
Thanks, dear.
Thank you for your assistance.
So you exit the yawning portal. A dray is very easy to catch, especially in this area, considering the yawning portal itself is a touristy sort of trap. So it's very easy to even just exit the building and then immediately be able to just kind of wave one down. So the horses would pull up next to you. It's a big double-decker bus. The driver would get down, come up to you. A human man appears to be a lot younger. They're pulled by 4 horses who are very, very big horses. Think like Clydesdale kind of horses. Comes up to you. That'll be just a copper each.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Where are we off to?
And you said we're in the
Southern
castle
ward.
ward, so we're going to the southern ward.
Yes, the place where you were heading specifically is actually called Krabbalor's Silversmiths.
Okay.
I can send that to you. It's KRABBELLOR Silversmiths. So you can give him that location name, and it's all right. We can add that to the stops. Go ahead and hop in, and he hops back up in the driver's seat.
You'll both really like this place. It's they do good work there. It's where I got my little custom piece. They like having sort of an interesting project. So, sort of my go-to smith.
All right. Let's go.
And it is a silver smithy, so I think that the ingots should do quite well there. Get a lot of use.
Yeah.
I'm taking glitter from my pouch and just slowly trailing it off as the dray picks up speed so that it's like a little vapor trail of glitter.
Okay, mark off 1 use of your glitter pouch.
My glitter pouch.
Is this stuff biodegradable, girl?
Of course it is. It's freaking medieval times, dude. It's probably made from dried bits of bug shell and leaves. I don't know.
You could have just had torn up flower petals. You had to
and I don't know, algae at Lush.
Seaweed.
Yeah.
There's plenty of it in the harbor. It would make sense. All right, so you're able to take your dray ride. What would have taken you an hour only takes you about half to get to. The Krabbalor's Silversmiths is located in an area of the trade ward that's, like I said, at the edge of the southern ward and the trade ward. It is in a cluster of all kinds of other buildings too. So there's lots of shops in this area. There's a launderer and a clothier's and restaurants, and there's even a grocer and an area that's kind of like a consignment shop. There's some stables that sell mounts and stuff. There's equipment shops. There's quite a bit just here in this area. There's also a few taverns as well as even close by is kind of one of the a noble's house, even like a manor. But you're able to go to Krabbalor Silversmiths, which is a large building, almost warehouse-like in nature, that you have been to before, sir. The way that they operate, it's very open. So when you go in, you can see the forge and you can see weapons on weapon racks and armor being polished, and it's very, very warm entering here because the forge is lit. So it's very hot. But you guys come in. There's a dwarven man who, sir, you've worked with. His name is Krabbalor, but he goes by the nickname Crab. So when you enter, there's the bang of the swords on the smith and then on the forge, but it stops once you enter, turns to peek. He's got very, very long red hair that he keeps braided and a red beard that's also braided down his front. turns and says, "Oh, hello there. It's been quite a while since I've seen you."
Hello, Crab. How have you been doing?
I'm doing just fine, sir. What can I do for you? What are you doing here? Got another project for me?
We may. We also may have something that might be of use to you. I would like to introduce you to my companions. This is Lady Torres as well as Miss Nova. They are our company.
I
Lady
like
Torres,
your
Nova.
braids.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I quite like yours. Your hair cut off kind of. It's an interesting color. I quite enjoy that. What is it that I can do for you all?
Well, we've been doing some work together in the city, and on one of our jobs, we might have found something, and well, it's honestly causing a lot of weight in our packs, and I
Here,
thought
let me
maybe
show
you'd be
you.
able to use it.
And I will start pulling out the ones that I have in my pack.
Oh, all right,
And
all right,
mine.
all right. And
Ding,
he starts to
ding,
clear
ding.
off, place on his table, and as the 15 silver bars that you have kind of pile up. It's like they're not in the greatest condition, but that can be cleaned up a bit. That's still definitely usable. It appears to only be on the surface, as he's kind of scratching the black kind of corrosion away. Where did you find these?
You would not believe it. In like an abandoned crate. We were doing like a cleanup job. I reported it and they said, just keep it, whatever, it's not our problem.
Finders
Just get the
keepers,
place
you know?
They were like, just get the place cleaned out. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do with 15 ingots of silver?
And you were, of course, the first person that we thought of who would make good use of these items. We've heard so much about you.
Oh, what have you been telling them about me, sir?
That you like to have a little bit of an interesting project, that you like to make things that aren't necessarily too common on the streets.
Your sword was one of the funner things that I've made over the past few weeks.
It works
They
quite
just
well.
let you keep 15 silver bars. I find that's very hard to believe.
Well, you see, the place we were cleaning out, it was formerly the home of an old woman, and her family was just so distraught at her death that they just couldn't bear to see what was happening in the home. We were doing them a favor, honestly. They just wanted the place cleaned out and sold.
Yeah, we
Roll
didn't necessarily.
a deception check with
Bit of a
advantage.
hoarder.
Okay. I was going to
With
say
advantage?
we didn't necessarily accept a lot of pay for it, but it ended up
That's
being
like really high.
than we were thinking of. So, they let us
23.
He rolled a 24. Well, he says that is the biggest crock of shit that I've ever heard in my life. But, sir, as you know, I don't ask questions too much, and it's just gonna be melted down, isn't it? So let's see what we can give you for him.
I told you I like this guy. I like the cut of it, and I just I grab his. He's got a beard, right? I grab it, and
Yeah.
I
He's like, "Oh, stop! It's fine. I'm not going to give you full price for them. After all, they're very corroded, but I can give you something. There's 15 of them here. Let me kind of count out exactly what I can sell them to you for." All right, this isn't exactly full price. Obviously, I've got to make a bit of a profit out of whatever I make out of them.
Of course.
But I can give you, he's getting British, 750 gold. How does that sound?
Sounds lovely to me.
That sounds like an entirely fair price.
So, was
What
there
did you
anything
want
that you
to-
wanted to get while you were here to,
Hold on now, because now I gotta.
Well, yeah. So, in the actual procurement of these items, there may or may not have been a little git that tried to stab me. So my friends here are trying to help convince me that perhaps I should be wearing something that keeps me from getting stabbed in the future.
Well, it would probably make it a bit easier for you to not to be stabbed, sir. You're not wearing anything.
I know, it's nice.
Any sort of sword could just slip straight through your ribs.
I know. So
You know that I can
don't-
make just about anything, and I have just about anything. So what exactly are you looking for?
All right. Well,
he's a big big guy. Maybe something that isn't very clanky.
It's honestly what I'm most comfortable wearing, Lady Torres. Not the sneakiest of fellows, anyway.
But our next cleanup job, we might want to be quiet.
Is there a way that we could possibly do a little bit of a heavier armor, but pay a bit extra to make sure that there's not going to be as much noise? Possibly incorporate some leatherworking into it to quiet it down a bit.
For a little bit more on the price, I could definitely see what I could do. It would take a bit more time, though, I am afraid, because I work mostly in silver. I'm a blacksmith, and I would have to kind of contract out in order to find the parts and the leather in order to make that possible. It's not an impossible task, but it definitely wouldn't be something that I could send you off with today.
Well, if you would like to start working that metal to see how useful it's going to be, I can speak with my companions, as it is not all my gold to spend, and we will let you know very soon.
You know I'm always here.
All right. Ladies.
Does he hand over the gold?
Yeah, he's giving you the gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm like, let's talk about it. Okay,
So
I'm
that's 250 each.
250 each, yeah, would mean that I could buy splint mail, which is already like the second best heavy armor. It would give me 17 AC. I'm strong enough to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
If I pair that with a shield, I have 19 AC. That's almost like the highest that you can get. And I was gonna get a shield anyway because I can do a long sword or a great sword. So
yeah, I mean,
but that's disadvantage on stealth.
It's up to you.
Well, the heaviest thing that I can wear that isn't disadvantage is a breastplate, which on me would give me 15, and then a shield would make it 17. So I think.
But the breast is what you want to show.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like we do like maybe like a little like splint mail kind of coat thing.
Nice.
Or we do a coat and you do the split mail on the inside of the lining instead of or like you do cloth splint cloth and you just kind of put it in there so it's like an armored coat. So I can still look hot, which is very important to me.
Very important in this campaign.
And then you can each have 250 gold and I'll spend 210 of it right now. Okay.
Do what you think Sir wants.
Do what you need to do, baby.
Well, Sir wants to just be a barbarian and have the power of his muscles be his AC, but that's not what he is. So I will tell Kreb, well, you know that I was normally sort of a chainmail person in the proving grounds, but I think I could probably move up to some splint with the gold that you are so happily providing for us, and I think I might get a shield with it. Don't worry about making it quiet or anything, but I would appreciate if maybe we could add a little bit of a hook on the end of my blade here, so I could just hook the shield on the back of it, make sure it's just a nice kind of easy to carry package.
Aye, that's easy enough.
All
Just
right.
a simple addition to the sword. You're going to have to leave it here for a moment. Probably won't take me any more actually than another half hour or so. I don't have too much business now to do, and I have the splint armor ready to go for you.
That's fine. I'm sure that I could wait, and if the ladies would like to go check out some of the other shops with their new spending money, they would be very, very inclined to do. If you would like to do that, we can do that right now.
All right, then a total of 210 gold would be for the armor and the shield. I will just keep that and give you the 40 gold that you would have gotten otherwise.
Sure thing.
All right.
Oh, good one.
We can come over here and fit you for the armor.
All right.
He'll take you and he'll measure.
Out of view of the ladies.
Oh,
Sad.
no. at?
Okay. So he measures you for some splint armor and is able to find pieces from what he has in order to get you together a set of armor that fits you and fits you well, and is able to provide you with a simple shield.
Excellent. Everything that Sir had been carrying, including the stuff that he keeps in his house. Right now, he's only been wearing 26 pounds of stuff. So,
Oh my god, I had 72 pounds of stuff.
But I will add some splint mail and a shield in there. And now I'm carrying wow. 92 pounds of gear. So there we go. And that will take a while to put on, so we can't just be like, oh, hold on before fighting. Let me just put on.
Strap in.
Yeah. But we can have some kind of hot gauntlets on it though.
Mm-hmm.
As part of it.
And then he takes the time with your sword to heat up some metal, hammer it out, create you a hook on that sword so that you can just hook your shield to it easy enough. It takes him about a half hour to do. It's very simple.
I'll just make sure that I can shield, long sword, cool, long sword and shield back, big sword, cool, okay. All works. Excellent.
Is there anything else that the ladies would like to do?
I'm just walking around looking at flowers and
Looking
holding
for
Nova's
anything
hand.
purple.
I find her I want to find her a purple flower.
Oh.
There are flower boxes in the windows of the building that you guys are kind of walking around. Some of them just are growing herbs, but there's definitely a few that have some flowers in it. You're definitely able to find a little purple flower.
I'm gonna sneak it off of the window box and just slide it to Nova while I'm holding her hand.
Okay. All right. So you guys are able to move then back to the silversmith, where Sir is able to come out and show you his fancy new splint armor with his fancy new hook on his sword with his shield.
Wonderful.
There's kind of these cool silvered gauntlets with little claws on them. He's got little spades, if I could have just sort of as a signature on all of his armor.
Yeah, of course.
For the ace of,
it's just flavor, of course.
It's the ace of spades, so spade on each gauntlet, and then a spade kind of sewn into the coat.
Who said being well protected couldn't also be dashing and sexy?
You know, there's nothing sexier than not dying, so.
There's nothing sexier than using protection, sir.
Next time that I'm going into the proving grounds, I'm sure to make a hit. All right. Is there anything that you would all like to purchase, or would you like to?
If you guys want to do some shopping, we can get that done really fast.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm very just looking for purple stuff, and if nothing catches my eye, then we just go back.
That's fine. Then, as you guys are getting back in your dray with a copper from each of you,
Yes,
to head back to the Yawning Portal, we will end just a little bit earlier than we normally do today.
Yeah.
With our meeting with Mert the Merciless and Raynar Neverember.
Hell yeah. GGPPs. I love you. You are muted.
You're muted, baby.
That's silver. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
That is a lot of gold.
Sure, a lot of gold.
We're gonna need it.
And you know what? It took us. We never actually.
In trouble.
We never actually figured that out in the last. We spent how long arguing about that silver?
To be fair,
done in 2 minutes.
To be fair, the last time someone was actually involved with Xanathars, that's why we were like, oh shit.
And we all just are gonna have a painting, huh? We're just gonna have a painting.
I have one, Nova has one, and you have two.
Yeah.
You could sell those too if you wanted.
Do you guys want to pawn them really quickly, or do you want to keep yours?
I'm keeping mine.
I'm gonna keep mine.
There is a consignment shop near where you are.
Well, Let me see if I like art. I rolled a 2. I'm selling those.
Okay,
I
so
like
just really
this.
quick then. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I was attempting to add 2 together and instead multiplied them.
Ooh.
That
Oh,
is not
wow.
what I intended. Let me
Boy.
find the shop here. It's called Joaquin's Wares. Joaquin is a god.
Oh.
Joaquin. Okay, I thought you meant Joaquin like Joaquin Phoenix.
Not like Joaquin Phoenix. It's Waukeen. You are able to sell your paintings to a bald little human by the name of Alec Lenter. We can RP him a different time, but he's a very hyperactive, very skinny guy who can't sit still for more than 10 seconds at a time.
He'll love him a lot more than me.
He gives you for each painting 75 gold. So that is a total of 150 for the 2 paintings.
Joaquin's Wares?
Yes. It's Joaquin's Wares.
Okay. Why was I ever just I should have just been stealing paintings. Why did I do the job that I'm doing? He's liking being an adventurer now.
Alrighty.
So, when you're fighting a very handsome son of the former Open Lord of Waterdeep, as a show of prowess to your 2 very beautiful women friends, please always remember to add your proficiency bonus.
Ayo.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
We will
Good night,
see you next
everyone.
week. Okay, love
Yeah.
you. Bye.